This that new Sadiq, Autumn. The name of the song is called No Titles. Go run it up. Tony Miles, what's up? Producer Gray Skies, what's up? Go ahead. Go ahead.
None of my bitches is patient.
Yeah.
Slump from the dick, had to wake him.
Yeah.
Liquor in the cup. Alcoholic shot be the bitches that I love. 6:43 in the morning, get them drunk.
Let's
nigga,
go.
We don't give a fuck about shit, so I fuck with my bitch. I got choices, but that bitch don't capture the flow. That bitch don't match with the soul. Ain't no way in your absence I'm whole. Goddamn, I love your lips, girl. Yeah, to get with this girl. You the one I wish, girl. And I can't fall in love, but this bitch is a drag.
Okay.
Hold on. Nigga, who you like? Okay, now.
The time. Hey. I can't get you out my mind. No Titles by Sadiq, what's up? The time. All the time. I can't get you out my mind. Let's go. What did I walk into? I did tell him, I said, yo, this is the H&M music right here. You got one. The time. Let's go. I can't get you out my mind. Yeah.
All the time.
Woo!
I can't get you out my mind.
Fuck it. Hey.
What happened to the beat? Nah, please. Nah, that shit.
What's up?
Nah, that got it though.
He got a couple joints. I like this one. Can I play one more?
Play one more.
All right, we're gonna rock with one more. This is Steve Urkel versus Steven. Sadiq, Donzo, what's up? Produced by Yajic, what's up? The tape is called Sadiq Autumn. Go run it up on SoundCloud and YouTube. Let's go. Yeah. Okay.
Princess ain't like that one.
I cannot stop thinking. I cannot stop thinking. I got something to prove, but I just don't know who to. Lately things been fucking up and I can't make it through. I cannot stop thinking. I cannot stop thinking. I got something to prove, but I just don't know who to.
Yeah.
My mom been going around the circle. Nerdy little nigga, feeling like Steve Urkel. Problems don't faze me, I'm used to high hurdles. Still jump to conclusions like Vincent on purpose. Can we still hang? Bumping all the time. Late night chill hot while I'm on the decline. Lights keep flashing, it's 20 my prime. Feel like this for a minute and I'm fed up trying. I've been in the same place, I've been really hating like nothing is enough anymore, this shit a waste of time. Gold mine, I've been making hooks that the hood love. Gold lines, I've been making hooks that the hood love. Back and forth with this whole decision. Put out music, I really give up on my vision. I've been dying for bigger roles for me to fit in. I gotta remind myself that I'm me and I'm gifted. I cannot stop thinking. I cannot stop thinking. I got something to prove, but I just don't know who to. Lately things been fucking up and I can't make it through. I cannot stop thinking.
Let's go.
I cannot stop thinking.
Sing along now.
I got something to prove, but I just don't know who to.
Hey.
Lately things been fucking up and I can't
times. Picture wasn't painted perfect, I made it fit the frame. And I played my whole life like a twisted game. Try to walk inside my shoes and they won't fit the same. Crazy, I turned 21 and still get them growing pains. In my eyes, you see the change, I move with urgency. Think that love don't cost a thing, change the currency. Know that I'ma get it in return, they only hurting me. Switched around my heart and my brain and called it surgery. In my mind, I'm caught about thoughts, so I'm trying to make it happen. Mama said to stay up the streets, you better stick to rapping. I don't smile in pictures, cause the moment's never everlasting. Pose for a moment, flash, then a nigga back to acting. I can't pick the perfect caption, anxious, then I get to gasping.
Let's go, Gonzo, what's up?
Then I get distracted, you can put the bank on me. I break it up in fractions, I can go ghost for a minute, then just get to snapping. Black and white is clear to see, picture painted vividly. It's a thin line between similar and symmetry.
Yeah, man, we need a different vibe. Yeah, man.
You need Anderson Paak.
I mean,
Anderson Paak would go crazy.
that's a fact. Shout out to Sadiq. That was Sadiq. The record was called Steve Urkel versus Steven. That was Cooper?
Yep.
Let's fucking go, man. Started him for a reason.
Fuck it.
Let's go. He about to get 3 of them things tonight.
Fuck.
But go listen to the project. It's called Sadiq, Saadiq, Autumn, Autumn. It's on SoundCloud and it is on YouTube. Go listen to that feel good music. Get that drill music out your playlist. We don't need no more of that. Let's go.
Rick said he felt Princess. Princess said it's getting her tight that you really like the shit.
Yeah, because I got different ears. I don't got to listen to the same thing over and over again. I like the black people clown me for liking the Drake album too. I feel like that was one of Drake's best albums.
Fire.
I like
Shit was
that album
fire.
too. I just can't listen to it over and over
In
again.
my opinion, that was his best album probably since like Views.
I said the same thing. And a lot of people was like, "Oh, you stupid, crazy." Da, da, da. Nah, boy.
I said I like the album. I just wish it was shorter. If it was shorter, I would have loved it. It felt like it was too much. If it just felt like one continuous song. But like,
I could get that too.
that's the only reason. If it was like 2 or 3 songs shorter, it would have been better for me.
I call it passport music. You don't listen to that in the United States. You got to take a plane and go somewhere to listen to that.
Visa shit.
Yeah. You gotta go somewhere and listen to that. You can't listen to that in Dykeman.
Nah.
The fuck? Well, first of all, Dykeman's not even going. Shout out to Dykeman, man. Shout out to Dykeman. Shout out to Dykeman. And all the people that go, you know, keep giving them that money. But yeah.
Dykeman is crazy. As for a black person,
Oh, it's one of the most uncomfortable places in the United
Dykeman
States.
is a crazy place for a black person. Not even gonna lie.
Why you say that?
It's the vibe. You feel me? Like
That's
you
where
just-
everybody want to go though.
you just Don't get me wrong. I feel that, but the establishments be kind of crazy. I know,
Oh yeah. No, I agree with that one.
Unless you just like naturally feel comfortable around the Spaniards, then you don't need to be
I
there.
do, but
I don't feel comfortable around the Spaniards, no.
I do. But Dominicans is a little different. I look at Dominicans a little different than I look at like Puerto Ricans, for example. Not saying that Puerto Ricans can't be equally racist, but my interactions have been.
Oh, they mean it when they say nigger. To me, that's the difference right there between them two. Like, you hear Dominicans say it?
They dead ass.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican
There's-
probably just mad, and then they want to be. It's like a white kid, like the white kid you playing with on Xbox, and you beat his ass, so he call you a nigger.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things with Puerto Ricans, but Dominicans is like they dead ass. Like Dominicans is like white adults, like white kids just. They just trying to be edgy. White adults, they're dead ass.
Yeah.
like,
They
I
got
feel like that's what
that
Dominicans-
southern white man mentality.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I remember I called a Dominican a brother one time, and he looked at me in disgust.
Oh yeah, that's like say you fucked his mother.
Yeah. He wanted to spit on me, low key.
What did
We
you
was
say?
in public. Like, he was like, this was when I was young. You know, I'm young. I'm learning about black culture and stuff like that. This was in high school. And I'm on Fordham because I went to Kennedy. So, you know, sometimes we stop by Fordham, walk up and down, chill out stuff. So I think I was coming out of Jimmy Jazz on Fordham. And I see the Dominican guy. So I think either he held the door or I held the door. One of us held the door for the other. And I walked by. I think he had to probably hold it for me because I said, "Thank you, brother." I said something, brother. And he just looked at me like,
Nigga wanted to spit on you.
yeah, it's like you know that look when you get a green bubble on your phone? You just
Oh yeah.
it's disgusting.
Nigga said, how dare this monkey call me brother?
Yeah, like he probably called me all sorts of dirt ball.
I know black and Dominican.
Yeah. That was an experience. That happened to me with a Dominican and a Jamaican. And the Jamaican surprised me because I would expect it better from them. But the Dominican, that doesn't faze me.
What happened with the Jamaican?
It was just like a similar thing. Like I called him brother in passing for some reason, and he just gave me the same look. Like,
But that could be different. Like these niggas, like black people outside of America don't really like black Americans.
yeah,
So
but
it could be just that thing. Like they just don't like you. Like for example, like a lot of Africans don't like black Americans.
that makes sense. I get that, and we don't jack Africans. We jack Africa. We don't really got too many African friends, and we just call to say what's up, how you doing. You got any African friends you talk to?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
I got 2 of them. One actually from like the Ivory Coast,
Nice.
but that's that military shit.
I got one.
Yeah.
Like
I got a couple.
outside
Got a
of
couple?
Yeah,
both
you
of
got one
those-
too.
Who?
You could call Beans anytime. Beans is African.
Beans ain't like
His father's
nah,
African.
his father like Dewan. Like Dewan is African, but he's not of that culture. He's from the Bronx.
Evasita's African. She's West African.
Yeah, but I don't call her to check
I'm
up
just
on
saying.
her.
Like,
Be cool. I ain't got no problem with her, but like that's like she's not on the top of my text list.
oh, what
You
a
know, like
fucking cat.
the circle thing. She's not up there.
Oh, okay.
Y'all got an African up there?
Beans, I could text Beans.
No, but is he in that one of them circles on the top of your text list?
Nobody's in the circles on my top of my text list.
I only got 2 people at the top, and it's my girl and my mom.
Yeah, I don't do
pen?
that.
Pen
Yeah.
messages?
That's what it is. Pen.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no,
only
I only
pen
got the.
messages I have is
I
my-
only have my group chats because those are the ones who write the most.
I only got my girl
You
and
don't
my
got an
mom
African?
pen because I feel like that's the only 2 niggas that should be pinned, in my opinion.
Sure. It's not
Anything
African.
else outside of that, y'all just regular. If y'all not at the top, it's because we ain't texting like that.
And that's my point. Who has an African up there? Guarantee you nobody on this panel has an African up there.
I be calling my niggas though, so that's different. I like, I like late night talks and shit with my niggas.
I respect that.
Yeah, me too though. That should be like when you gotta get some shit off your chest.
I was fucking around.
Oh, I do it all the time, bro. So I had
I was
to.
trying to make it gay.
Oh, nah.
Left them off the head.
The same shit I told you just now before we got on. I had to call my mans about that shit last night. He ain't believe me.
For real?
He ain't believe me.
That's crazy.
He was like, no way. He named the person before I even finished the sentence.
The boy or the girl?
The girl.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I was just trying to make it gay though.
Oh.
But I do call my niggas. Not late night though. Like normal business hours type shit.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
You talk to niggas while you take shits?
I'll put niggas on mute.
The whole time you taking a shit?
I'm a quiet shitter, cause military taught niggas just to pinch the shit off, cause like for example when you in boot camp and niggas say get out the bathroom, you getting the fuck out the bathroom. So I know how to just get to business, like you feel me? So like my shits don't really take long unless my stomach fucked up.
Okay. I take long.
I feel like with that though is like, what? First of all, if you on FaceTime with another man and you on the toilet, I feel like that's a violation of bro code. Personally.
I mean it depends on the like I'm not calling y'all niggas and being on FaceTime with y'all.
I don't care if that's my brother.
It depends on the friend.
Violation of bro code, bro.
It's probably like one nigga I'll do that with. But that's it. Like I don't really. Like, I'll take a piss on the phone.
Oh yeah, me too. That's quick.
Oh, I gotta stand up and do this. I don't want to
Take a piss?
No. I don't want to mess up the stream.
Oh.
I'm trying to put the charger in the thing.
You ever had a ghost wipe?
Yeah.
Yo, that's so.
That should be the craziest shit, bro.
I don't understand it.
Cause it's like, did you just not touch like my butthole, like the lips at all?
I had like last week. I had like 2 ghost wipes. I was like, nah, this is right. So,
Nah, ghost wipes is like that shit needs to be studied. Like,
Yeah.
science be studying all this other shit.
you ever had a
Niggas-
ghost wipe?
I don't know what that is.
That's when you take a shit and you wipe and there's no shit on the tissue.
On the tissue?
I've never experienced that.
You have never experienced a ghost wipe?
No.
I experienced it twice last week, and I just kept on wiping just in case. Like you gotta just keep on just to
because
make
it's like
sure.
there's no way.
Wait, there's
like,
no shit on this toilet paper.
That's scary.
That don't make no sense to me.
That shit is scientists need to get on top of that. Was trying to push us fake ass COVID. No, nigga, study ghost
wipes. You have never heard of a ghost wipe?
Nah, I've never even heard of that term before. Oh, Princess said to read her comments.
Oh.
I can't see the comments on my.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that on here either.
They can't go because.
No, I used to have the comments on here. I did.
Oh. Anyway, she said she hated the Drake album and Beyonce album, and Jamaican was probably really confused. You should have just called him brethren.
I'm not changing my lingo for that fucking Jamaican. I don't even like Jamaicans like that.
Is that what you wanted me to read?
Anyway,
have you ever had a ghost wipe?
You asking who?
Everybody out there. If you had a ghost wipe, let us know.
I don't know who would feel comfortable sharing that in the comments.
We sharing it out loud.
It's a natural occurrence. It's a ghost wipe.
I don't mean people comfortable talking about it.
I wanted to talk to you about this shit like last week. I was like, oh shit. Ghost wipe. Oh. But welcome to 40Central Podcast. It's Thursday, right?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Holy shit, it's
Thursday. Let's get the gunshots ready. Hold on.
Yeah, word.
Hold on. It's Thursday.
Oh shit.
Not loaded. The clip was not loaded.
Oh man, you would have got
blanks.
shot.
Nigga shot blanks.
Yeah, be like that sometime, man. I had the gun on safety, that's all.
All right, now we back.
I had to get the gun off safety real quick. Let's go! Let's
That should go, right?
go! Let's go!
She said, I have.
Thank you, Samantha. I know somebody else out there had a ghost wipe. Yo, this week went by pretty fast, bro. Like, I feel like we was just here.
I mean, September's over. We were just crying about the summer being over, and now September's over. We're the fall.
Yeah,
It's
fall.
coming to an end.
Fall starts tomorrow.
I don't think fall exists.
What do you mean?
I just feel like it just goes from hot to cold. Like, I don't think
Hell no.
fall exists.
So you think it's 2 springs?
I think it just goes spring, winter.
What do you wait? It's mad hot.
What do you
Summertime.
call like the leaves falling then?
Yeah.
Winter.
No, winter's snow.
No, there's no snow
Winter
in New
is
York no
coming.
more.
Huh?
No snow in New York no more.
Yeah, but
They already made it so that way there's no more school days. That's how you
I
know
know,
it
I
don't,
saw it.
it don't,
Yeah,
it don't
that's-
fucking
I
snow
saw
no
that.
more. That shit is over. Oh,
that was a fire catch.
that's catching
So
ears.
what did they say for you guys? Like, how does that work?
Well, first of all, they made it very clear that we're not DOE. So I asked my AP, and she was like, yeah, we're not DOE, so we don't have to follow that.
Oh, okay.
I said, copy. That's what I like to hear.
These niggas is gonna be really upset when they still have school days and nobody shows the fuck up. Because you know how New Yorkers are.
I'm not
That's
gonna
gonna-
lie to you. I'm not. If there's a snow day and my daughter can't make it to school, she's not going online. I'm sorry.
My mom was someone who literally, she didn't give a fuck, bro. Like, you're going to school. You're going to school. You're going to school. It was this one day in high school where it snowed. It snowed. It was like, it had to be like senior year, so like 2012. It snowed, but then it got very cold, so the streets, it was just ice. Like, everything,
happened
the
to me
whole
before.
sidewalks, all of that was just ice. And everything was delayed, buses, trains, all of that. I attempted to go. I went outside, made it to my corner, and I called my mom, and I was like, yo, I'm
Nope.
not going. And she was like, all right, just come
That
back
happened to
upstairs.
me too. I was
So,
go
like,
off to
I could
school.
only, and that's my mom.
Yeah,
A lot of other parents are way more lenient than my mother. So I could only imagine how many kids are not going to be showing up to school.
Yeah. I feel as if I'm not mad at the remote thing because honestly, with technology, there really isn't a reason why you shouldn't be in school because of snow.
That is
if we
true.
really being serious about it. And at the same time, it's not like kids are going outside and playing in the snow anyway. You literally just sit in the house doing nothing. You might as well just do something in school. Even if you're not on for the whole day, go on for like 3 hours and do something. Something. It's not going to kill you. That's how I feel about it now. Like, if they would have did that when we were kids, that would have been different because we was either outside shoveling snow for money, we was outside
Playing.
throwing snowballs or playing football. We was doing something outside. But these kids aren't going to go outside for a snow day, so what's the point of canceling school? if everybody has laptops at home now.
Yeah, but they get those like forever. We had days that you could take off for snow days. Like they couldn't just take that from me. This nigga needs to stop.
Who's that?
Who else?
Oh yeah, GM of the year. GM of the year, baby.
But yeah,
I tried to tell y'all.
I think that if it's a snow day, let the kids get a snow day, bro. Like we used to love our snow days. Yeah, but we went outside and have fun. But like we can't penalize everybody else because these kids don't want to go outside.
I'm for canceling snow days and replacing them with mental health days.
Explain.
So I think if we're gonna cancel snow days, then I think kids and staff should get at least 3 days for a mental health day, where they could just take off, say it's a mental health day, and they don't need a doctor's note, explanation, or nothing. Since we care so much about mental health as we claim to do in 2022, kids should get mental health days, especially after the way we're pushing all these tests and this literacy and arithmetic and mathematics and all that stuff tenfold now because they missed so many days of school due to the coronavirus. They should get mental health days throughout the school year. Where it's like, yo, today I'm really not into it. I don't feel like going to school. I'm taking a mental health day. Adults need it, kids need it. I don't see why we don't have it.
I like that.
If we're gonna take away school days. School days. Snow days.
How many would you give for a year?
3.
Just 3?
I'll give 3. Because if you give 5 or more, a kid is just gonna take another vacation.
What? Yeah, that's true. Okay, so how would you say that goes by sick days? Because obviously sometimes you get sick throughout the year, and then a mental health day.
Sick day requires a doctor's note. Mental health day doesn't.
Or no matter what.
No matter what. So if you're out because you're sick, your parent has to either write something to verify the sickness, because if you got a cold, you're not going to go to the doctor for a doctor's note.
Exactly.
So, you would have to trust a parent to actually be serious about the sick days. So write the note saying that the child was sick. That's a sick day. And a mental health day, you don't need an explanation.
Cole was sick the other day. Mm-hmm. I didn't bring him to school because I didn't want to get nobody else sick. I didn't bring him to the doctor, though, so...
That's what I'm saying.
If I would just say, hey, like, my son had this, that was acceptable?
Yeah, that'll be a sick day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a sick day. And then we have that in the system. But then now, let's say you call, like, my son don't feel like coming to school. He's taking a mental health day. There shouldn't be any, like, oh, but bring him. We'll try to. There shouldn't be nothing like that. If he needs a mental health day and you feel like he needs a mental health day, as the parent, he should be granted that. Because kids have bad days, too. The same way adults get up and like, yo, I need a mental health day, and they just call out of work. I don't see why a kid can't do the same thing.
I like that.
Yeah, man. You heard it here first.
Yeah. What about you? You don't like that?
No.
Why not?
I feel like that's like...
Like a cop-out?
Nah. I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
To add on to it while you're thinking, but if it pops in your mind, just cut me off. You can't take it during Regents Days. Can't take it the week of an exam. Like there has to be some type of like blackout days in which you just can't take a mental health day.
After
a break.
A break, yeah.
Yeah, you can't take one after a break. So stuff like that. So as long as it's like thoroughly planned, I don't think 3 mental health days out the year is a bad idea.
It might not even need to use
I don't think it's a
3.
bad idea. I don't think it's a good idea either. I guess the best way I could kind of equate it is like, for example, the way society progressed, so did the military, right? So, for example, it doesn't function this way in the Marine Corps, but for example, like the Army, in boot camp, it got to a point because of Mothers of America and all this shit. Like, obviously, some of these drill instructors was out here wilding. So, at a certain point, Mothers of America and these civilian organizations should have stepped in. But it kind of pushed the organization itself, in terms of like the army or these different military organizations, it kind of pushed them into training a new generation of not as hard soldiers, for example. Like, because with them getting involved, they started implementing things like, for example, like a stress card. So if you're in boot camp and the drill instructors is walling on you, fucking yelling in your face, having you work out, all this shit, and you feel too overwhelmed, you can pull out a stress card and the drill instructor has to leave you alone type shit. Like, you feel me? I feel like that's like giving an incentive to kind of raise a generation, for lack of a better word, pussies, essentially. That's how I kind of look at it in my head. Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to, but that's like the best way I can kind of put it in words to, like, kind of compare. Because, for example, in the Marine Corps, niggas in my face yelling all day, nigga, I could be in tears. They not leaving me the fuck alone. Like, you feel me? But at the end of the day, hello, I'm still here. I'm not dead. Like, it kind of, like, helps in certain ways because it makes you to be a stronger person. So if I had the opportunity to just pull out a stress card and be like, hey, stop yelling at me and leave me alone real quick for like an hour, then that, who knows if I would kind of be the same Marine, you feel me? So in the same aspect of just like, I don't know, giving kids the opportunity, they probably could be bullshitting. They could bullshit their parents, 100%. Parents is gonna believe their kids. Like, they're gonna want to believe their kids, you feel me? So they could be bullshitting their parent and just use that as an opportunity to just miss school for no damn reason. Like, that's how I'm thinking of it. Like, I could definitely see how it can be good in terms of the kids who do need it, but I can definitely see how it can also be, whatever the fucking word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And to that point, anything in regards to implementing like a new policy or anything like that, especially in schools, it's always a trade-off. Right? So if I'm going to implement this new policy with the mental health days, then the trade-off, like you said, is that you're going to have kids who abuse the system. At the same time, you have kids that will benefit significantly from mental health days. So it'll never be perfect. The hope is that you'll have kids that are using it for the right reasons more than the kids who are using it for the wrong reasons.
My other thing, too, with that one is also, I know there's a lot of parents out there who really don't give a fuck if their kids stay home or not. They could just use it as, oh yeah, it's a mental health day, stay home. Or not, or like you said, like they could just lie to their parents and stuff like that. They don't, like, parents who don't check their kids' homeworks and shit like that. Like, that would be like between where the kids is really, really not doing it, they doing it for that, and the parents not even paying attention to the shit.
Well, it's ultimately I would still make it up to the parents' discretion. So just because a kid tells you they want to take a mental health day, that doesn't mean you as a parent have to let them. You just have the option to use a day and not have to worry about a doctor's note or anything like that. All you have to do is call the school and say, hey, my kid's taking a mental health day. And then the absence won't count as like on your record or anything like that. As opposed to a kid saying, hey, I don't want to go to school, I feel sick. The kid is not really sick, but the parent lets them stay home anyway. Now you come to school, no doctors don't know nothing. That's on your record.
I still feel like, even then, if it's at the parent's discretion, like, I don't know, that's still gonna be tough. Cause, like, for example, I don't know about the parents now for like these younger Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids and shit, but I know the parents for like millennials, like younger millennials and shit like that. A lot of these niggas didn't even really believe in mental health, you feel me? Especially being in the hood, like, you feel me? Because if that's the case, a lot of us would have gotten therapy when we needed it, like, essentially. So it's like, even if that's the parents' discretion, I don't even trust the parents' judgment at that point, because how the fuck does the kid could actually need it, and the parent could be like, nah, you're bullshit and go to fuck to school. Like, and that could be a kid's breaking point. Who knows, for example. Of course. Like, if we did have a mental health day. So it's like, I don't even really trust the parents' discretion at that point, because it's just like, they could be a person who aren't even knowledgeable about that type of shit. There's people, there's literally parents out there who don't even understand depression and anxiety, these type of things to that degree. They understand these are things and words that exist, but they don't understand that these are things that actively affect people every day. So I don't even really trust a parent's decision either.
All right, so now
Realistically.
to be going like deeper into it, that could also lead to a kid going to school and expressing that their parent didn't let them have a mental health day, and this is what I need. And they may go to a person and they may find help that they may actually need. So that could possibly work out for the kid. It's a catch-22.
No,
so
I know.
it's
It's
not,
just like a lot to think about. I don't know. Because I like the hardened person in me want to be like, nah, fuck that. This is like the equivalent of fucking second and third place ribbons and trophies and shit like that. Like, go to fuck the school type shit. You're a kid. But at the same time, it's like, I do get it. Kids do go through a lot because I was a kid. So, I don't know. It's just tough.
So with that mentality, how do you feel about the school days then?
I mean, but that was something that was a thing. Like, you feel me? Always. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't just like, for millennials, oh, y'all get school days, and then, we're taking it away again. Like, that was just a thing. Like,
Yeah, but sometimes
like,
things...
obviously, weather is an influence in the world. Like, I personally do not expect a child to travel to school in some crazy ass weather.
Okay.
Shit,
As
some
an
people don't want to
because
do
as an
that.
adult, I don't
You don't
want to do
travel
that
to
shit.
work. Yeah, like
So,
I remember.
like, I don't think school days is some pussy shit. Like, maybe if we was still in like the building of civilization, yeah, go to fuck to your classes or whatever the fuck they had back then. I don't know. They probably didn't have school, but
Yeah.
some type of go hunt, whatever. They go learn to hunt still, even in the cold. But we're kind of more civilized now, so I wouldn't expect like a child to travel in like harsh weather.
But should they still do the remote learning?
I'm not for or against that because we didn't have to do that, so I don't see why
Well,
they
have to.
should. But at the same time, these niggas are also dumb for missing a lot of school because of COVID. So y'all need anything that can help y'all catch up to the rest of the fucking like other countries, kids and shit like that. Like, you feel me? Like, y'all need everything y'all can right now, bro. So for these kids, hey, by all means, y'all give them remote learning. Once we get things back up to speed, I don't see why the next kids
Yeah.
would need that shit if we don't have a pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you take it out, then it's always gonna be out forever. If you just give them no snow days and remote learning and
I mean, not
it's
essentially.
gone.
It'll be out
But why
until
would they-
the
why
next
would they have
mayor
to?
wins and brings it back. Because essentially, this is like this is Eric Adams' decision.
Oh, word?
Yeah, they're the
Wow.
ones that control the city, the Department of Education. Like, they control public schools in the city. So that's why every time we will have snow days, they would show like upstate and shit first and stuff, and then we'd have to wait for the city because we would have to wait for the mayor to make the
call it out.
announcement.
Oh,
and like
yeah,
the
yeah,
governor
yeah.
could say this is what's gonna happen with the schools upstate, but that doesn't matter for us. It matters for what the mayor is gonna say. So this is essentially Eric Adams' decision. The next mayor could fucking repeal this shit if he wanted to.
Because it's him and the chancellor, I believe, which is the weirdest dynamic in between schools and politics I've ever seen. I think we're the only state or city that has a chancellor.
Are we
A
I
school
think so.
chancellor?
A school chancellor? I don't think that's like a
a thing?
thing. Like, I feel as if that's a New York City thing. Because I know that's always been a tension between the chancellor and the mayor in terms of who actually runs the schools. Like, if the mayor says one thing, does the chancellor have to listen? If the chancellor says one thing, does the mayor have to listen to that? Who's in charge? I think in most cities, the mayor has the ultimate call.
Yeah. I mean, from what I was assuming, you the top dog in the city type shit. In the city.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think the chancellor is just like a New York City
Like,
thing.
essentially, even if the fucking governor didn't want to close schools, but the mayor did, I think the mayor could still have the final say so because he runs the city.
Yes, I think that is true.
Even though the Governor Trump's mayor, technically, you still have a.
I try to put up there's school chancellors in every state. Everything just comes up New York.
Yeah, I think that's a New York thing.
That's crazy.
That's why nobody knows who really runs public schools, because the mayor could say one thing and the chancellor could say another thing, and nobody knows who to listen to. Education is deep, yo.
Nigga like me listening to the chancellor. Because,
No, let's
like,
do
we
'em.
just have, like in the military, we have, like, billet and rank. So billet is like job, and rank is obviously rank, but billet trumps rank in certain situations. So if I'm a lance corporal and a sergeant, staff sergeant, fucking sergeant major of the fucking Marine Corps comes up to me and tells me to do something, but my job doesn't align with whatever the fuck he's telling me, I can tell him to go fuck off. Not obviously in those terms,
Of course.
but I can tell you to fuck off because I'm in charge here. Or for example, let's say hypothetically, we're in boot camp and you usually have like 4 drill instructors. You have the senior drill instructor, which is usually a staff sergeant, and then you have like the 3 to 4 other drill instructors who help the senior. Let's say hypothetically, the senior drill instructor is a sergeant, and one of the other 4 drill instructors is a staff sergeant. That senior drill instructor is in charge of the staff sergeant, even though the staff sergeant is higher in rank because he has the higher position. He's the black belt in terms of drill instructors, and y'all the green belts. He's in charge, so he can tell you what the fuck to do when it comes to training this specific platoon for the like military type shit. So in my eyes, if I'm going by that, I'm listening to the chancellor because he's the one in charge of the schools technically.
Yeah.
But
Just,
not everybody's military and won't break shit down like that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that was an easy breakdown. Like,
It was.
Like it could all be so simple if people just say shit like that.
Like, if this is my job and you're from another shop, you can't come into my job telling me what the fuck to do because my billet in terms of job trumps whatever the fuck your rank is because I know what the fuck I'm doing and you're from wherever the fuck you're from.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That was good.
I cannot
But that's
stop
to say the
thinking.
chancellor knows what he's doing. I don't know who the
Yeah.
he's
It's that-
clearly
it's
the
that-
only one, so
Yeah.
does he even know what he's doing?
I know the last.
It's that Spanish dude, right?
Yeah, it's a Spanish. I think a Spanish guy. No, I think it's a black guy. I think it was a black guy from. I want to say Eagle Academy.
Nah, it was a Spanish dude because I remember when all the shit was
Nah, it's a
happening.
black guy. It's a black guy with glasses.
Now is it? He has to be new then.
Yeah, we had a black woman. She did it for over COVID, and then this guy.
Oh. Yeah, he's new.
Yeah, I think
He
he
just
came
got in
from.
this year. That's what I'm saying.
And I was right. See, president and CEO of the Eagle Academy Foundation and the founding principal of the Eagle Academy for Young Men, the first school in the network of innovative all-boy public school in New York. See, they didn't even put the Bronx. That's crazy. In the Bronx, New York, and Newark, New Jersey. He's a lifelong New Yorker, born in Brooklyn and proud graduate of New York City Public Schools. Yeah, black guy. But yes, so it was the brother. The brother. See, you got me calling these Spanish people brothers.
It was a Spanish dude.
It was a Spaniard. It was a Spaniard. He was there during the beginning part of the COVID.
Yeah.
Then the black woman took over towards like the mid and the end. And then she left right before this school year started, and then this guy came
I
on.
wonder how we get them. Like, who picks them?
I want to say the mayor. I think the mayor appoints the chancellor. Do you know?
Bro, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
Let me see.
I do not know. More than likely, though, because I'm pretty sure the mayor will appoint like all of the city functioning people the same way like the president appoints his cabinet and shit. But I don't know. I could be entirely wrong.
Yeah, see, Mayor-elect Eric Adams announced the selection of David C. Banks as chancellor of the New York City Department of Education. Yep. Is the head of New York City Department of Education. The chancellor is appointed by the mayor and serves at the mayor's pleasure. That sounds crazy.
Whoa.
Hey, yo.
That sounds crazy.
That was
This nigga said,
Wow.
This nigga calling him at 2 a.m. Hey, yo, pull
Wow.
up my
Yo,
boy.
come in.
Come serve at my pleasure.
That's what it said too, right?
Come
Word for
serve
word.
at my pleasure.
That's
I read
crazy.
that. I didn't make that up.
That's crazy.
I cannot stop thinking.
Me personally, if I get elected for chancellor, you changing that whole job description.
Well, I'm not doing nothing that's your
accepting
pleasure.
shit until you change that job
Oh,
description.
don't be worried about that. They'll just give it to somebody else.
All right, that's cool. I ain't serving that no nigga's pleasure.
I hear you. I agree.
The fuck you thought this was?
I agree.
Like,
All right.
that was a weird way to just say he could just tell you to do whatever the fuck he wants you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could just touch you.
Just serves at the mayor's discretion.
Yeah, that would have been
that.
Yeah.
Pleasure. What the fuck?
Or you could just say he runs New York City public schools. Just left it at that.
What you said? What you was about to say?
I was gonna say let's transition.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's get to M.A. Udoka. Let me pull up the
Oh, that's
article.
the nigga that was. I didn't really look too much in it, but was that the nigga that was fucking like the bitch on the basketball? Was the Celtics? Mm-hmm. Celtics.
Yeah, the head coach.
Organization. He getting fired for that?
About
Even
to
though it was
find
a
out.
consent. Is he married?
Yeah, no,
So it says
Is she married?
I don't know. Nobody knows nothing about her.
it's a story that like there's really no details about it, but it says sources: Boston Celtics coach M.A. Udoka facing season-long suspension for relationship with member of franchise staff. Boston Celtics coach M.A. Udoka is likely facing a suspension for the entire season for his role in an intimate relationship with a female member of the franchise's staff, sources told ESPN on Thursday. The relationship is considered a violation of the organization's guidelines, and the proposed penalty for Udoka is largely unprecedented for a sitting head coach in the NBA. A formal announcement is expected as soon as Thursday. Assistant coach Joe Mazzulla is likely to become Boston's interim coach for the season. Udoka's top assistant coach, Will Hardy, left the team in June to become coach of the Utah Jazz. Udoka joined the Celtics last summer, blah, blah, blah. All right, so that's fine. We don't need to know his backstory.
We know that.
Yeah. This is wild. This is wild. Wild.
I have
to me.
two statements. One, why is like work relationships so frowned upon?
I was gonna ask that too.
Two, I understand fraternization. That's essentially what it is. I understand why you don't want fraternization. Because I always relate things to the military. For example, if I'm an officer and I'm dating like a lance corporal, so officers and enlisted, two inside, like I could be the bottom tier of officer, you could be the top tier of enlisted, and you still got to give me that respect as an officer because they're just two different playing fields. So if I'm an officer dating a lance corporal, I understand fraternization, especially in the same unit, because it's like, if she gets in trouble, she could just run to me and I can get her out of trouble. You feel me? I get that. But this isn't as like serious of an environment. Especially, I don't really think nothing is in the civilian world unless you're like doing like military contracting or something crazy. Like, I don't even think no job is that serious enough to niggas really be getting fired for this shit in like real workplaces. And I don't really understand why too much.
I think the protocol is you have to let
Especially
your
if niggas could-
superiors know.
Yeah, but what if it was nothing? Maybe we just fucked.
Especially if it was a consensual relationship. It's
Yeah.
like, you really suspending a nigga for a whole season because a bitch said yes?
It depends on who the woman is. That's what I think it has
She's
to be
on the
somebody.
staff. Like, I've seen video of her, like, even sitting next to him, like, courtside and shit.
Oh,
Like,
they announced the girl?
Yeah, that was Shorty that you just saw right there.
Oh, I didn't see. What did she
yeah.
do?
She's just on the staff. I don't know what she does.
It's not her.
No. I seen it up
let
there
me
when
see.
you
I
first
think,
put it up
I
there.
think one of the
I
meme
don't
pages
remember
was-
them releasing. I don't think people know who the girl is.
I think
yeah,
I follow
That shit's
meme
out
pages,
everywhere.
and these niggas be on top of the.
shit's
They
out
worse than
everywhere.
TMZ. I swear to God, the meme pages I follow. So
Because all right, so then even if you do know the girl, I still don't think that should warrant a year suspension.
Yeah.
Was she married?
It doesn't say nowhere. It doesn't say anything nowhere.
oh no, he's not married. He's just
No, he's
he's
engaged
dating
Nia Long.
Yeah, he's engaged to Nia.
He's
Oh.
engaged in Nia Long for like 7
See,
years.
I thought he was single. All right, never mind.
But they've been engaged for 7 years. Since 2015 or something.
Yeah,
like
niggas
that.
got them niggas courtside together, all that.
But this is my thing. If that's what they doing, then why they just can't be adults and do what they want to do?
I mean, he is engaged though, so I could get as an organization why you would probably want to penalize somebody. You know, to save face.
Yeah.
Because like if he was single and they did this, I'll be like, all right, you know what, this is kind of crazy. But because he's granted that it's still not your business, but because he's engaged and his name is attached to the organization, they're probably just trying to do this to like save face.
I just hated everybody out there being mad that he cheated because it's Nia Long. Like, everybody can get cheated on. No matter who you are.
I mean, it's just
Jay-Z
some women
cheated on
that you
Beyonce.
just.
That's what I said. Like,
Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. And niggas, I don't really care for either of them. Like, I know this, but niggas love Beyonce. So Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Anybody could get cheated on, bro.
Yeah, but that still doesn't. Even with this, it doesn't, to me, still warrant the year suspension.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm
I
not
agree.
saying that.
Yeah, no, we
just
agree
agreeing
with
to
you.
his point.
Okay.
That anybody could get cheated. Shit, Kardashians get cheated on. Anybody can get cheated on.
Everybody can get cheated on. It's just because she Nia Long. What makes you think that he was happy at home if he cheated? We can speculate anything at this point.
He could have been happy at home and still.
Exactly. We can speculate anything at this time, but I'm just saying that just people being mad because he cheated because it's Nia Long is outrageous.
Yeah, that's confusing. I didn't know he was engaged to Nia Long. That's kind of crazy.
Is outraged. How dare you cheat on Nia Long?
Oh my
J.
God,
Cole
dude.
loves her.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
J. Cole loves her. How dare you cheat on Nia Long?
I seen mad people writing that shit like, oh, not her. Like it could have been anybody else, but not her. I'm like, bro, like.
Also, Charlamagne was wrong.
What he said?
He said black men don't cheat.
But who even knows? Like, what if they was like, we don't even know their situation, to be honest. Like, they probably had an open relationship. Who knows?
That's true too.
Like, who knows? Like, these celebrities, they be wanting to fuck people too.
Such a sad situation.
I don't think the year-long suspension is that. I don't even think a suspension is warranted at all.
That's like a stern talk to.
Yeah, like, yo.
Unless they spoke to him about it.
Yeah.
And he continued. That's different. But I feel like they would have reported that by now. So being that they
Maybe
didn't.
they wouldn't because he was engaged.
No. I'm saying like in these reports.
Oh, it would have said that
they would have said after repeated conversation.
If it has, that'll probably be something that comes out later after statements. And, you know,
I don't know, like, cause you gotta justify firing a coach.
Like I get you see who is it, the Suns owner or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Like he has to sell the team because he got caught saying the N-word.
He don't have to sell the team.
Oh,
He's looking for buyers right now though to sell the team.
I'm glad you said that. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
This man said the N-word. I feel like I've seen this somewhere.
This happened before with I think the Clippers owner.
Yeah.
Before whoever that nigga, that bald nigga is that's the Clippers owner now.
Balmer.
That nigga that just be happy.
Not Davis. Was it David Sterling?
It was
Sterling.
Donald Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's out. They packed him up.
They packed him up too for that.
Yeah, but
shit.
they didn't even make it. They're not even making this guy like really sell the team. They just suspended him for a year, I think it was, and then made him pay $10 million.
Think about that.
You gotta pay $10 million for saying the N-word.
A man who's been blatantly racist got the same suspension as a man who had ablations with a staff member.
I didn't even think about
Consensual. Think about that. The man said the N-word, blatant racist, got the same suspension as a coach.
I don't know the context. What was the context of him saying the N-word?
The context of him saying the N-word was this person said it like this, and he repeated it. They don't have no evidence, or what I've read, that they haven't had any evidence of him being racist to you.
Whatever.
You get what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't saying it to
Because I feel like even his
person.
shit is crazy, too. These organizations, mainstream organizations, just be crazy.
I could be completely wrong, but what I read was that he never was being racist to people.
A person?
Yeah. He was just
the
explaining.
Sterling shit. We heard the audio. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
We heard the
They
audio.
don't have none of that with this guy. And then with the I heard that he was like telling people like when they like women. Like, yeah, you pregnant, like your body not gonna go back to the regular. Like he was like talking like shit like that to women. So maybe that's the reason why he wants to sell the Phoenix, the Mercury, because that shit gonna get out or something like that. But yeah, he don't. He from what I heard, he wasn't being like blatantly racist to people.
Man, free Udoka. Free Udoka, man.
Oh yeah, boom. Look. Oh wait. Adam Levine just.
I just read that too.
Adam Levine just cheated on his pregnant wife. She's a Victoria's Secret model. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get cheated on. We can get cheated on.
Yo, that nigga got caught. Like, the niggas leaked his DMs. Yo, this nigga is crazy.
Yo, wait, hold on. Didn't he say, she's pregnant, but I'm going to name my daughter after you or some shit like that?
Yeah. And nigga said something. Nigga pretty much was like, said something to a bitch like, yeah, you hot as hell like me. Type shit. Like, yo, he was wildin'. Like, you know.
And this Adam Levine, this is a rock star?
The Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Yeah.
Moves like
crazy.
Jagger.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
He's moving like Jagger.
It's a wild world, man. It's a wild world.
I'm just saying, like, people cheat every day, B.
Yeah, shout out to the cheaters.
No. Oh.
Hey, why not? They don't deserve no shout out.
Shout out.
Deserve a
You
shout
said the
out.
other day, shout out to what? Shout out to all the crackheads?
Yeah, man. Sometimes cheaters help you see what you don't
Deserve.
need in your life.
Yeah, that's true.
So you gotta shout them out.
You think they're important for like character development and shit?
Maybe.
Depending on the person. Depending on the person. Not everybody needs to be cheated on, but sometimes people are thankful that they got to see who that person really is.
What if this is the best thing to happen to her because now she really don't have to marry him?
Yeah. A lot of people have their glow up
She
after a
would have been
breakup.
unhappy. Getting cheated on.
Nigga said, shout out to the cheaters. Ayo, what?
Yeah, man. Listen, I don't. Only people I don't shout out is the pedos. The only
that's
people
facts.
they don't get shout outs. That's it. It's kind of like them terrorists.
Rapists.
Yeah, people of that ilk.
Yeah.
They don't deserve no love.
Dallas Cowboy fans.
No, but I do have a theory though that Dallas Cowboy fans can't read out loud. And I said that cannot read out loud. Ask a, you know any Dallas Cowboy
I
fans?
remember you did say that.
Yeah, I really believe that. Ask a Dallas Cowboy fan to read out loud. Give him a book. Just give him a book. Yo, read this. But you can't tell him you about to do it. You gotta just give him the book. Like, yo, read this. I got $5. Read that.
Nigga said, just reminded me of 50 Cent. Nigga said, I got a new ALS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one line out of a Harry Potter book, motherfucker. that shit just reminded me of that shit.
Yo, I'm telling you, yo. Next Dallas Cowboy, anytime you see that star, just throw a book at them. See how they react.
We should.
Book is like kryptonite.
We should take the mics, go to the city, and just do that.
Like, are you a Dallas Cowboys fan?
Read this book.
Yeah, read this.
They gonna start stuttering, spitting all over the place.
That's crazy.
Dallas Cowboy fans, man, they can't read out loud. I've been saying that for years, and I still stand by it.
That's America's team. Chill out.
No. The Patriots are really America's team. We have to stop doing that. Dallas Cowboys had one good decade of football, and they're considered America's team. We have to stop that narrative. The Patriots are America's team.
Why did that happen?
What do you mean? Like, why were they labeled America's team? I mean, because at the time, they were like the how can I say it?
It's
Like,
Texas.
they were like the Bulls of the 90s. Like, they carried the NFL. They were one of the most
Yeah, but the
entertaining
Bulls
teams
are
to
not
watch.
America's team.
You're right. And that's why Dallas should not be America's team. But but basketball never looked at a team ever as like America's team.
Yeah,
So that's almost like the Yankees would be like America's team for baseball. But the Yankees had a fucking phenomenal run that'll never be topped. Like, the Patriots already surpassed what the Cowboys did during their prime with just Tom Brady alone. So I think they should be America's team. And they're the Patriots. Like, just that name alone should make them America's team. Like, we're not a bunch of... we used to be Cowboys. But that's long gone. Yeah. You don't be just walking around. Like, we don't go through those swinging doors no more.
Saloon doors?
Yeah, we don't go through those anymore.
Need to bring those back.
Yeah, word. I like those shits.
Nah, those doors are fine. I should get
I
that.
want to
for
start
the
seeing
kitchen.
shootouts in those motherfuckers. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
no, it used to go down.
Yeah, nigga, y'all niggas want to shoot? Go to the saloon, nigga. Meet me at the saloon, nigga.
Throwing them niggas out windows and
Nigga,
shit.
tell everybody to get out the fucking street and we gonna have a fucking showdown, nigga.
And
Need to
the
start bringing
winner,
those type of battles back. I respect that shit more.
yeah, 5 steps and draw.
Yeah, nigga, I'll respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Versus driving by and shooting.
Yeah,
Go to the saloon, nigga.
I'm down for that.
I'll be in there drinking a pint until you ready, nigga.
Yeah, word.
Drunk as hell. You
Just in
ready,
case this is my last day.
It might be my last 5 steps.
And then the winner always gets the most beautiful girl in the town.
Facts.
She most likely
That
got no
nigga,
teeth,
that nigga
though.
got all the clout until the next nigga want to
Until the
challenge
next
you.
nigga shoot him.
Yeah, you the man. You the man. of
You
the
got
town.
all the clout until you die, for real. Until that one nigga who just happened to be faster pull up.
No funny shit, though. I'm okay with that because obviously if I get shot, I'm dead. Like, I don't remember it being like I was the man before I died. I'm okay with getting shot.
Yeah, you go out on top.
Yeah, you go out on top. Like, technically, to me, I on top. Y'all gonna remember me. I died, but I ain't know that.
You was America's cowboy.
They just switch them up every time somebody wants to get shot.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Nigga like me gonna win one battle and retire. They be
You
like,
good,
where's
nigga.
the manual? Nah, nigga.
You got it now.
Yeah, just take the star, nigga. You the nigga now. I'm good. I forfeit, nigga. I just wanted to try it.
Just let me. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get me a drink here. You do your thing.
This is funny
Nigga say,
because
hey yo, he shot me.
Yeah.
He caught it now. He got all the clout now.
How many times do you think they wanted to go after the nigga and the top nigga?
never.
Nah, them niggas was more like
Like if you bump him, like yo.
they was on some like I want honor type shit. So probably a lot.
You think so?
I see it the other way around. I feel like once you had that clout, unless you was just like some young wild nigga, you leaving that man alone.
You looking for the manual?
Yeah.
You want to fuck with him? He's the fastest shooter in the West. That's how the motherfuckers be rated. He's the fastest shooter in the West.
Oh man.
Just come out, just yeah. You might have that shit. Nah.
Wee.
It be that day that you do that shit and your shit slip. It's over.
Yeah, you done.
Hey, you gotta have a
Dunzo.
toothpick everywhere you go.
I'm gonna have a bulletproof vest on, nigga. You thought I'm gonna get back up like the Undertaker.
They gonna be like, yo.
He rises again.
They were like,
if you could go back right now, like we had a fucking time machine, would you go back to that?
oh,
To that
hell
time?
Yeah.
I'm
Nah,
going to
hell
go.
no. No way.
Just to go check it out.
Nah, that's just too dangerous,
Nigga,
bro.
I'm going back with a bulletproof vest because they don't know what the fuck those are. I'm gonna put my little cowboy vest over it. They don't know what the fuck a bulletproof vest is. And I'm going there with a Glock because what the fuck are you doing with your little 6-shooter, nigga? My shit, nigga, put a fucking a clip on that motherfucker. You're done. You're done, so nigga. And nobody challenging me because they ain't never seen this gun before.
But where you gonna get bullets once you run out?
I'm coming with him.
Yeah, but we have a time
Who's
machine.
really
We
challenging
going
me
back
once they see what I do to that first nigga?
That's a good
They
point.
gonna
That's
be
a
like,
fact. Once you blow him away, it's over. No homo.
they gonna see what the fuck my
Yo.
gun do, and gonna be like, yeah, we gotta go back to the armory on this. we gotta go
They gonna be like, yo,
level
where
up our
it
shit.
is? Does anybody know where he got this shit from?
Niggas gonna bring out a cannon on me, bro, to challenge what the fuck I got.
Yeah, they gonna find Dilbert the sheriff.
Nigga, I ain't gotta.
Dilbert.
Some of these guns nowadays don't even got safeties, nigga. They gotta cock they shit back,
Yeah.
nigga. I pull and shoot, nigga. You're done. You're done.
Yeah, it's over. Damn, that's crazy. To think how
I
technology
would be
works.
like, yo, we just take a trip there.
Nah, I'm not going, bro. You gonna get robbed by Jesse?
We not gonna get robbed.
Nah, y'all getting robbed, bro. They gonna try you. The barons, the robber barons.
Nigga, I'm
gangs?
coming with my
Them niggas
Glock and my AR. I wish a nigga would. Ride up to me on this fucking horse, nigga. I'm gonna blow your head off. Cause the horse don't zigzag, nigga. You're riding straight. I'm killing you.
And the horse.
Nah, I'll take the horse, nigga. Sell that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to live there. I'm just trying to go for like a vacation.
Nah,
Nigga, I'm racking up on money and coming back with the gold.
Gold. Yep.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd probably go.
Don't
take
let me be able, and don't let me figure out some time bending shit, nigga. It's over. I'm fucking up the timelines.
But that's the scary thing. I feel like once that gets figured out, then time changes like forever.
I mean, it probably already is figured out, and that's why time feels like it's been changing for us.
That could be it. But now, it's not given to the average person. So, like, think about if the average person could time travel, then the concept of time as we know it no longer exists. Because every time somebody goes back, like, if I go back 2 hours and I lock the door outside, and
today what happened.
exactly. So now, What is time if people could time travel?
If you go back just to win that big ass $1 billion lottery, that's what I would do.
Or that.
Things would change from here on out for everyone. Like our whole lives.
But then how would that
differently.
work though if everybody can go back and win the lottery?
That's why you know it won't be like that.
What do you mean?
They will never give everybody the opportunity to go back.
No, I'm saying hypothetically, like let's say we figure it out that like let's say they just make it a thing now. Let's say they make it a thing. People could time travel. Like how would that affect time? What does time mean in that sense?
We won't have any time really. Everything will be different. Every day will be different, depending on
What's a day? What's a day in time travel? How does that work? Because there's no such thing as 24 hours anymore. Because now I can go back, move the clock back.
Okay.
So how does that work? What really controls time? Or what is time?
Time not even real, bro.
So what is time?
It's fake. Time is literally fake. All we literally have every day is day and night. Time is fake. We made up time.
Time is a man-made
We made
structure?
up time to measure day and night. That's
Okay.
all time is.
Yeah, with sundials.
I don't think...
Because the only measure of time we have as humans is recognizing that the sun is up and then the sun is down. Time itself is just fake.
I don't think time is fake. I think the idea that time is a linear thing is fake. So, like, we think of time as it only goes in one direction, which is forward in most people's brains. I think it's just, while that does exist, I do think that that's not it. And I think that's what we've trained our minds as a society to think is this goes forward until we die. Mm-hmm. But I do think time, the way I internalize time is that it's multiple timelines going on at one thing. Like there's something that's probably going backwards right now that we're just not acknowledging. There's something that's going forward, like the regular human everyday life. But I don't know. I do think it exists though.
What if
He
niggas
just got suspended right now.
For a year?
The whole entire season. Just right now.
Wow.
What if niggas who had Benjamin Button disease was just from a different like timeline? And so that's
What is the
why
Benjamin
they have
Button
that
disease?
When you age backwards.
yeah.
Like you're
that a
born
real
and you
thing?
look older and then you like age and get younger type shit.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They made a movie over that shit too.
It's called Benjamin
Benjamin
Button.
Button.
Oh, wow. Is that like a rare thing to have?
Yeah. What if niggas who got that is actually just not from this?
This timeline.
Yeah. And that's why that's happening to them.
Or maybe they time travelers.
Yeah, like I've always believed that you serve different lives on different planets around the universe. And we're all on that journey. So this is just like a blink of our journey. We visit Earth, then we visit another galaxy, we jump around galaxies, have different life experiences.
But then I
And
feel
then
like
that's
that's reincarnation. Like that is along the lines of reincarnation. But then and reincarnation never really makes sense to me.
I heard.
For only just one reason.
What?
I feel like if reincarnation was like a viable theory, populations wouldn't grow.
If reincarnation was as real as they say, population wouldn't grow?
Yeah.
Why
I
is
think
that?
if reincarnation was real, our population size in terms of a planet would just be the same.
Oh yeah,
Why?
because I'm not coming back as a
life
human.
forms are cycled through different things, then when something dies, they're just cycled into that next life form, essentially. And nothing is growing because nothing's being born.
get what
It's just being recycled.
So it's just the same amount
For example,
of
if I
matter
have
on the planet.
100 water bottles and then recycle 100 water bottles, I'm able to make use 100 water bottles. Now, if I'm creating more water bottles, then that means I'm not necessarily recycling those same water bottles. I'm adding to the pool of water bottles that's already created. You get what I'm saying?
But does reincarnation mean that when you're born, that's a reincarnated child, or is that a new child?
Reincarnation is either when you're born into something on this plane of existence, whether it be human or animal, tree, whatever the fuck, and when you die, you just come back as something else. So either you can come back as a tree, a human, or an animal. Like if you were a human, you could come back as a human again. If you weren't a human, you could come back as an animal, et cetera, et cetera. My thing is the population sizes for all these things should remain the same if reincarnation is a real thing, because essentially that's just recycling.
Okay. I hear you. Who's to say that they're not the same?
Like, what do you mean?
So, like, how do we know the human population is what they say it is on TV?
They got a number counter.
I mean, I don't know specifically. I just know what they say the human population is, so you're not wrong. I'm just saying I can't see how reincarnation is real when it grows because, for example, then would that mean it's just multiple of the same human beings just in different bodies existing at the same time?
Would you be mad if, like, you was a human and you die and come back as a fucking tree?
Nah. Why would you be mad?
What are you gonna do?
You're literally doing the same thing as you're doing as a human. You're giving life to the planet.
Not only that, but I'm also doing the same thing as I'm doing as a human, which is the same thing every day. Granted, I could get a different kind of job. I'm still working every day. So regardless, like, I'm doing the same shit.
Yeah,
I'm just
you're doing the same
time.
thing. And then now you get to live longer. You get to build a better relationship with the planet.
And I only have 2 ways of death: forest fire or getting cut down. So
yeah, getting cut down as a tree is pretty messed up.
that probably gotta hurt.
Yeah.
It's like cutting your bones.
Yeah, because it's like, especially when you think that you about to be around, that's like a drive-by. Like, that's like an unfortunate drive-by. Like,
around hundreds of years.
Yeah, like, niggas just
chop your life down.
Just chop you down just because they feel like it. That's crazy.
Niggas said, wow, there's trees in the way of a great building. Just cut that nigga down.
Ignorant human shit.
My daughter tried to tell me some shit. She was showing me some shit today. It was like, yo, what if we are in a coma? And like, if you just laying in the bed in a coma, because honestly, when you're in a coma, you don't know what's real or not. Mm-hmm. And then, like, eventually you wake up and none of the shit was real.
Yo, it's funny that you say that because I'll never forget my philosophy 101 class with, shout out to Professor Dunn at DePaul. We've had those conversations in class, and like he would literally just throw these philosophical questions out there that would just have your brain twisted. Like, we discussed the brain in a vat, which is essentially what you're talking about, and he was like, how do we know this is not all a computer simulation and your brain is just in a vat? Mm-hmm. How do we know? How do you prove it? And we had that conversation. It got really intense. We had the regeneration or the afterlife, whatever, the first one that he brought up. We had that conversation. It could get deep. I posted a video today with Dame Dash and Billy Carson on my Instagram page, and they were talking about how the metaverse is gonna start like this, looking like Minecraft bullshit that it is now, and it's gonna develop into a land or a metaverse where the artificial characters start having a conscience.
It's gonna be like Black Mirror.
But it's gonna be in a sense of they're gonna have it's like think of like the Sims, but the ability to think like humans. And then now they start asking each other questions about who's our creator, who's our God, and why do we exist and all that shit. But the thing about it is that we can't tell them who we truly are. That's the future of the metaverse.
So, like, but people?
Huh?
But people are going to be in?
No, it's like the characters that are made in the metaverse will eventually have conscience and be able to navigate the metaverse on their own without humans having to control that character.
Like Wreck-It Ralph.
Like what?
Like Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph?
What's that?
Like the Disney movie where he's like a video game. He's like the old school like joystick arcade game consoles.
But they go into other games.
Like when they're off, they all can intermingle through electricity, whatever the fuck. Like they all
Probably.
in the video game verse, all the different arcade games are together and they can interact and intermingle.
Yeah, even like Toy Story.
Okay.
Even like that, but just in the artificial. I mean, in the metaverse.
That's what I said, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. Yeah. Your example makes more sense though.
Like all of them be chilling.
Yeah, and that essentially because in the metaverse,
It's a game.
that's crazy.
Yeah, like all of them literally right now could be after we leave, they all just be
Yeah,
chilling.
they're just doing their own thing until the human comes back. But now they're gonna start having those like the same conversations we having. Like, why is the Earth the way it is? What is the galaxy? Is the Earth flat? And then they'll start thinking and computing things on their own, and it's gonna be just like we are in human life. Because isn't the metaverse like an ongoing server that never goes down? A series of servers or something like that?
See, the way we use the term metaverse, I don't think is accurate though, because like the metaverse is like social media.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And then within the metaverse, there's these different social media platforms.
Okay.
So, for example, Horizon Worlds is Facebook's metaverse. Then you have Sandbox, which is a computer game that's a metaverse. Then you have all these different things.
Oh, so we
that-
using it wrong?
Yeah, essentially, like, because
I thought it was one.
No, it's not all one thing. It's all one concept, essentially. So, like, Facebook isn't social media. It's a social media platform. It's not social media. Facebook isn't the majority. It's not all of social media. It's just it's a platform on social media.
Makes sense.
Horizon Worlds is a platform on the metaverse, but it's not the metaverse itself. So, like.
you.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So, like, the way you're describing it, I can see, let's say, it eventually getting there. So, for example, like Horizon Worlds, I play with my Oculus. Sandbox, I can play on the PC. Now, I can plug in a VR headset and play Sandbox, but I can just play that on my PC. No virtual reality involved. Just like I play this, like just a regular game. Now, in the future, I can see it to where everything might be where humans are more plugged in, and it is virtual reality to a point. But the way I'm looking at it right now is a lot of these things probably still run on servers like video games that have to go down. It's not 24 hours always running like a Google.
Yeah,
per se.
yeah.
For example, I don't think it's that developed yet. We're still in the early stages.
Yeah, for sure.
We're still in like that's why like they more when people talk about the metaverse, they're talking about like Web 2.0 because it's the early stages. Like you have to think about the metaverse right now, like Y2K, for example, when the internet was coming in and niggas thought the world was gonna fucking end. Like you feel me? When the 2000s was hitting and niggas was using the internet really when it started picking up and niggas thought the fucking world was gonna end in when we were hitting the 2000s. Like that this is like the atmosphere we're in right now in terms of the metaverse. It's not nothing really developed yet, but it's definitely gonna get probably to what you're talking about, like to where it's like indistinguishable to The Sims, for example. Like these niggas probably will have whole personalities that develop while you're out in the human world doing what you're doing. And you check back in, and you're like, oh, my person learned this or some shit. Like it'll probably get to that point, but it's not there yet. No.
Gonna have kids. They're gonna have kids and build families and watch.
It's gonna be
Shit's
like
gonna be
that
wild.
other one too, like that Black Mirror shit where he was fucking his friend.
Possibly.
Oh, the Striking Vipers episode?
You
You
know.
was playing that video? That's the name of the game.
Oh.
That shit is gay as hell.
Yeah, but like,
Niggas was plugging into the game, but
I
when you're
think-
in the
remember
game,
telling you this?
Yeah, I seen that episode.
Oh, yeah, that
I
shit
seen
was-
that. That was insane.
Yo,
I was on Netflix or whatever like that, and then it was on the shit, and then I looked and it was like, remember the episode where they had to you had the remote and you had to rewind the time to see what you did,
oh, you have like a chip that you can
and
rewind
it'd
your
be
memory.
like, and it'd be like,
see.
yo, he wants to take a flight, and it was like, can you rewind what you did yesterday or whatever like that. So he rewinded it. Then it was like, all right, now you got to rewind 60 days. I would imagine, like, what if you just watched mad porn and they just see what you see through your eyes the whole time. Like, yo, you a freak.
Isn't there like reports that say porn is like really bad for you, like really bad for your mental health and your physical health and stuff like that? I've heard that.
I'm healthy.
Porn is definitely unhealthy for sure, yeah. Especially when it comes to relationships.
Oh, yeah.
So what?
Porn's definitely unhealthy for sure, especially when it comes to relationships, I think. But I haven't read, I personally haven't read anything like saying like it's bad for you physically. Maybe mentally, definitely, but.
Because I think it was I don't know if it was an Instagram post or something, and it was saying that the constant release of your semen is not good for your testosterone.
But I can fuck every day?
No, it's not saying that either.
Oh.
But it's saying that ultimately the constant release of your semen, which most people usually do it through porn, is not good for your testosterone. It's not good for your memory. It's not good for your body, period, is what it said. Now, again, it was an Instagram post, so anybody could have just put that up there. But it is something worth looking into. I'm not about to do the research.
I could agree with the testosterone factor because, for example, that's why boxers don't have sex or anything like that before fights.
Mm-hmm.
To have all that energy.
Well, I mean, like in all sports, I think though.
Nah, I don't think.
Because I heard like basketball players like they don't fuck before.
Nigga, that's cap. Because did you not hear what the fuck was going down with the Phoenix Suns during the playoffs in the bubble?
Nah,
some bitch slopped off the.
Oh
entire,
yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
So that shit is cap. And them Phoenix Suns was playing like great.
They lost though.
They lost, but they were playing great up until they lost.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I remember that.
I think that's bullshit. And I don't think it's all sports. I think it's more so combat sports that it's really important. And maybe like football too.
Yeah.
But I think these football niggas be fucking as well. So
Yeah, they don't care about that shit.
yeah. It's more so combat sports.
Yeah, boxing, UFC, stuff like that. Probably sumo wrestling.
Especially because it's easy to do because they don't like perform often.
That too.
Yeah.
So it's like easy
fight.
to stop fucking for like a month leading up to a fight when I could just fuck for the next 11 months.
Yeah.
Versus like NFL or basketball, I'm down. I can't fuck for like a season, nigga.
Yeah. Every year? It's crazy. I brought the book.
Did?
I did.
But what y'all are y'all eating that NyQuil chicken?
The what?
That shit is crazy.
NyQuil chicken?
Yeah, nigga cooked the chicken in NyQuil.
That now.
It was a black person that did it, right?
Nah, it was a white guy.
White guy?
Come on. All these type of things be white people. Come on.
Now TikTok.
Like Tide Pod challenge, that was white niggas, bro.
Oh yeah.
Tide Pod? What's that?
You don't remember the Tide Pod challenge when niggas was eating Tide Pods?
Nah, that was a
Like
thing?
the little
That was
pods
in
that's like
2020.
little dissolvable. It's not plastic,
people
but
was
it's
eating that?
people was eating
Yeah.
that. It was like 2015 or some shit. 2014.
No,
disgusting.
that was when Trump was around.
It was in what?
When Trump was around.
Was it?
Think so.
I mean, I said.
Oh no, that was the
2015,
bleach shit.
16. I don't know.
Whatever.
Nah, yeah, the bleach shit was about the
bleach shit was
COVID when he was like
COVID.
inject
No, the
bleach.
Tide, you don't remember the Tide Pod?
The Tide Pods was like
I don't
the
know
early
that like that.
2010s.
Yeah, they was eating Tide Pods to get high.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So,
Surprisingly, that didn't hit
But
my
now
school.
they doing the cooking your chicken in NyQuil so that you can go to sleep.
That's disgusting. White people should be ashamed of themselves. I know the
Niggas
ancestors
had
did.
to release a statement telling niggas not to do that.
TikTok had to do that?
Not TikTok, but like
People.
some health organization or
Yes.
some shit.
I know white people. I know like the white like ancestors be looking down at these white people like, yo, y'all just fucked our whole shit up.
I know you be seeing all the when they be doing the when they be doing the cooking videos, and they be like, yo, y'all know that y'all don't eat that shit. That shit is disgusting.
I swear niggas be taking a bite.
And
And because niggas edit their videos.
Oh,
so
of
niggas
course.
be taking a bite, and then edit. And then they be like, and then
it's
start
so
talking
good.
like after they finish chewing. Bitch, I know you spit that shit out. Don't lie to me. And don't have me sitting here wasting ingredients in my house to cook this bullshit when you lying to me.
The crazy thing is, I really think that they're trolling. I think they do that shit. Sometimes I think they do that shit on purpose, right? But there's so much fucking dumb people out there that was gonna try it and eat it.
Sadly, there's gonna be a lot of kids that try it.
Yep.
That's the scary part for me. You saying a challenge like that? Why would TikTok even allow some shit like that to go viral?
I mean, I don't think they have a...
Nigga, when people are dumb. When Trump said he was taking hydroxychloroquine to treat COVID, and this was the media's reason to attack him, a couple out there drank chlorophene phosphate, which is like, you a fish person. Isn't that like fish cleaner shit?
No, I don't know what that is.
Read your fish
I
shit.
am. You're gonna make me read that shit.
I think it's like chlorophene, phosphate, not hydroxychloroquine. Clearly, they ingested that shit and was hospitalized, and fucking that gave the media all the firepower to attack hydroxychloroquine because they was pushing the vaccines and shit, and so it was over from there.
Wait. So hydroxychloroquine,
Whatever the fuck it's called.
the hydro stuff that Trump was talking about.
HCO,
What?
hydroxychloroquine.
HCO.
I think that's the abbreviation.
Okay, HCO was not the same thing that those people took.
No. Just because it had chloroquine in it or like whatever,
Chloroquine.
just because it had that in it, they took it. But it was two completely different things. But because
And the
it had
media
that,
didn't.
no.
They didn't just explain that.
I mean, hey, when Joe Rogan took fucking ivermectin, the media was coming at him saying he's taking horse dewormer, knowing that for 10, 20 years, ivermectin has been used to treat humans. But they said, oh, he's taking horse dewormer, and this is unsafe, and he needs to be canceled, and that's why he has that, and among other things, is why he now has that COVID label on some of his podcasts on Spotify, because they was trying to get him off Spotify, remember?
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a
I know,
bunch of-
but people are dumb, bro. People are dumb. People who dead go out and go do it
Yeah, I'm going
just
to the
because they
metaverse.
saw one person do it.
Going to the metaverse. Maybe that world is better. I'm tired of this world. People, jobs, lack of funding.
You rather work in
resources.
the metaverse?
Yeah. Could wake up, do what I want.
Well, if what if you're not getting paid the same though?
To be in the metaverse?
Probably not. Like you
But I might
home.
find happiness.
Come on,
I can't wait till they make. I hope GTA 6 is in the metaverse.
you bugging.
I would love that.
You want to shoot people?
I'm wilding. If I could do GTA in the metaverse, what? I'm finding the first Dominican. I'm slapping him. Just cause. I ain't forget what he said at the store. Now one of your people gotta get slapped just because. So that's the first thing I'm doing if I go to the metaverse in GTA. And that's me being nice. If he retaliate, oh, you know what's gonna happen. Up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right.
It's the phone now, bro. It's the phone. You gotta go into the phone and put in the cheats now.
Oh, damn, I'm old school. I'm
I
up,
think-
down. I'm from up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right.
You're an idiot.
Metaverse, man. I gotta get into that.
Yeah, I actually do want to get the Oculus so that we could do that shit. For
I just
I
got a
haven't touched my shit
PS4.
in a grip, bro. I ain't on cap. I haven't touched my shit in so long. My account unsync from that motherfucker.
Damn. You selling it?
Yeah. Nah, hell no. I'm trying to get my shit fixed. Remember that? I don't know I don't know what I put it on, but it was someday I was like, if I see Mark Zuckerberg, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. It was that day.
For real?
Cause Facebook owns the Oculus, so that shit pissed me off.
So you just
Cause I couldn't use my shit, and it's like, why the fuck do I have a product I paid money for that I can't use?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't signing into my account.
That's
And
crazy.
so I was like, whenever I see him in real life, I'm smacking the shit out of him. I don't care if he didn't develop Oculus. It's your company, and I'm smacking you for it. And I'm gonna tell you why I smacked you. I'm gonna tell you why. Mark Zuckerberg, I'm smacking the shit out of him.
what? So, tell them why.
Because he heard this. Because of that damn Oculus. Nigga, that shit is your fault. I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
bitch.
So Zuckerberg don't get
Lizard
a shout.
person.
Zuck.
Whoa. Took it there. Whoa.
That nigga going.
Called him out of his name.
Yeah, I try to slap him. He gonna fucking hit and lash me with his tongue. That shit gonna pop out and slap me. Bring me back to the fucking before the Emancipation Proclamation. Shit.
Man, shout out to Elon.
What?
Elon.
What Elon had to do with anything?
He's just anti-Zuckerberg.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Elon gang, man. We out here.
I'm like, yo, wait,
Shout out to
Elon.
Elon, man. Elon, he running with the rock stars. He know what he doing.
I don't trust Elon either though. No cap.
Did y'all hear about the August Ostina and Tory Lanez fight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Any comments? Or just move on.
It seems like Tory's very tough.
Wait, do y'all know the
Did you
story?
see the video?
Yeah, I seen a video. Like,
There's a video?
Yeah, it was a video. Like, Tory tried to dap up August Alsina, and August Alsina just dubbed his shit.
And he got mad.
And then I think that led to the fight.
Yeah, he got
but
mad.
August Alsina dubbed his shit because during the pandemic in 2020, Tory, well, you know, Tory was like the king of live at one point. And like quarantine radio and shit. Like, he was the king of the lives at one point before they took him out, and then Boosie started hopping on. But fucking on one of his lives, he was like playing a song, and he was like, if I'm fucking with Jada, I ain't gonna snitch like August or some shit. Like, he had like a bar in the song like that. And so that's why August wasn't trying to dap him up. He was like saying like, why niggas don't have the same energy in real life they don't like they have on the internet type shit. That was August's.
And then he went up to him and then he sucker punched him or something like that.
Bro, you smash another man's wife. You think niggas gonna have sympathy for you?
Like, he was saying, why you gonna have that bar but try to dap me up type shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, nigga, it's hip hop.
Everybody talk
It's
about
hip hop.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Like, it's hip hop.
Everybody just
like,
so
you should know
emotional.
if you're in anything viral pop culture wise and
get
you're
in
in the
trouble.
hip hop industry, somebody's gonna make a bar about it, and it probably is not even personal.
Not gonna lie to you right now, Udoka got like 8 bars coming to him this week.
Type shit.
Easily.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Nia Long Udoka bar is coming.
Shit, if I'm a famous rapper and one of y'all niggas do some shit, y'all my niggas, but I'm gonna
bar's
throw in
coming.
a bar somewhere before the next nigga do it.
Throw
That's
shit
fair.
in. I'm good.
Okay, so he missed that. So how do y'all think that happened? Do y'all think like somebody in Tory's camp is like, yo, that nigga just, you gonna let him do that?
Probably.
Or you think he really felt the way?
Nah, he felt the way. He definitely felt
think-
the way.
No disrespect to Tory Lanez if you see that, because I fuck with bro. I like his music. But I think, like other small people, Tory Lanez has a little person syndrome.
Yeah.
Like small man complex, whatever that shit is called.
Complex?
Yeah, whatever that shit is called. Like, you have to overcompensate
Because
in a
you're
lot of
short.
ways because you're short. Which is like, I mean, hey, bro, how he handles disrespect is how he handles disrespect. I'm like, I can't tell a nigga how to handle whatever they feel is disrespectful. But if August don't want to dap you up, you can't be mad either. I feel like if you, I feel like August is a bitch because it is hip hop, but at the same time,
If he don't want to say what
as
up.
Tory Lanez, you can't be mad if you was one of those people who said something. Like, you feel me? If I don't want to say what's up to you, like,
I don't
what are
really
you
have
coming to
to.
punch me for?
And he said like he was, and then he just punched him like while he wasn't even paying attention.
That's what I don't understand. So now you just gonna just not dap up anybody who said anything about you smashing Will Smith's wife? Like, let's be real at some point. You
Yeah,
smashed
but he's mad
Will
sensitive.
Bro, you smashed Will Smith's wife and you think people just not gonna comment? Especially if we never had a relationship before?
Nah, I get
Everybody's
it.
gonna have something to say.
Like, if we never had a relationship in terms of August and Tory?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then at that point, why do I have, as August, if we don't have a relationship, why do I have to dap you up? Nigga, I don't know you. And you're someone who commented on my business.
Tory felt the way that.
No.
Yeah.
Tory felt the way that August didn't dap him up.
And August,
Yeah.
I think it was by himself.
Okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
August was walking through the hall and Tory was trying to say what's up, and August did like one of these and like kept walking type shit.
So that's how he's treating everybody?
You said what?
Is that how he's treating everybody?
I mean, I don't know, but that's how he treated Tory.
Maybe he
This
got
is
no
the first
respect
video
for
we've
Tory.
seen from August treating someone a certain way over this shit. I mean, Tory's also like, you know, because of the Meg shit still, until that shit concludes,
definitely
he's
made it
still.
worse.
It's
Definitely did.
Made it worse.
nah, but I'm saying like until the whole Meg shit concludes, like, cause they're still going through court and all that. Until that shit, we get a verdict. Tory
Will always
niggas
be.
is still kind of like, I'm not really trying to fuck with Tory type shit. Like so.
And it will always
Optics
be in the
was bad.
news, no matter what he do. Because
So it's like August already in hot water from the Will Smith. Like if he's seen dapping up Tory, it's probably even on his head shit. Like damn,
You really the op.
that's like him going through the Will shit, and then we see the baby and August together after the baby's HIV comments. Like
Yeah,
they
that's a
gonna be
good
like,
point.
yo, August really don't give a fuck.
He's out here wilding. Yeah. Damn, that's an unfortunate situation. I thought it was like,
you thought it was the other way around?
yeah, I thought August felt the way about Tory not doing something. And I'm thinking like, bro, why you feel some type of way about what another man feels about you after what you was just out here doing?
That nigga walked right by him.
Oh, I mean, if he's doing that to everybody, then hey, I guess. But then he also, then he like go on the internet and say like he's like suing and, or like he showed like a picture of his face.
Yeah.
Like he was like bleeding or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, so you
He
definitely
took
gonna
some
sue
light
him?
skin ass photo in the elevator.
Yeah.
You
But
definitely gonna sue him.
I think he went on the record to say what happened.
Because he's going to sue him.
Oh.
That's the only reason. Why else would you go on the internet talking
Damn,
about what
Tory about
happened?
to go through another lawsuit.
Yeah, he gonna sue his ass, boy. He's gonna sue that Canadian boy's ass. How hasn't he been? I'm not even gonna say it. I don't even want to put that in there. Next,
Like how haven't they packed him up? Like how he keep coming back here?
I just don't understand it. like how is he still in the United States? Like this
Drake probably pulling some strings. I don't know.
I guess
Drake got pulled.
like that.
Yeah, he got pulled.
Nah, yeah.
Like
Drake
that?
get niggas in Canada who can't get into Canada normally.
Yeah, but Tory lives here. Like he got like a crib, or like a.
Yeah, but
He probably lived in both.
That's what I'm saying. But the man has been wilding in the U.S. They deport niggas for a bag of weed.
I mean 21 Savage still here.
I thought he got deported.
Nah.
He
I
never
think
did.
didn't Jay-Z get involved with that shit?
No, but wait, he wasn't. Wasn't he born here though?
No,
I
niggas
think he got
found out
deported.
it was some ICE shit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but I think
No, he was born over there. That's when
Oh.
we always thought this nigga was from ATL.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then that shit came out and niggas started making the whole fucking
The-
21 Savage British memes and shit because we found out he was from the UK.
How many other rappers you think that is like that?
a lot.
There's probably a lot of rappers that we
There's
think
also
of.
a lot of plants.
That too.
So
Speaking of Atlanta though, that new record Big Stunner, that's my shit. With Quavo and I think it's Quavo Takeoff and Birdman.
I ain't even hear it yet.
That's my shit.
I haven't heard it. Migos fell off.
Nah, it's not the Migos. It's Quavo and Takeoff. Or Quavo and one of them other niggas. Not all three of them.
I mean, it's two of them. So.
It's yeah.
I thought the Migos was three.
Yeah, but it's
It's still
Oh, the two remaining are still the Migos?
they always
they
gonna
all
be the
three
Migos.
of the Migos.
But one of them left though.
It's
they
Offset.
cousins, bro.
Offset hasn't really been with Quavo and Takeoff, but they
family.
still to me. And I feel like this is more publicity shit. I mean, it's not really publicity shit. The thing, the issue right now is Offset is beefing with like Quality Control, the label, because P he like over money, contract issues, et cetera, and then Quavo and Takeoff they like nigga we good like nigga what you be like type shit. So that's the thing right now. But they still
so
the Migos.
they don't have like an internal conflict or beef or.
I don't think so. I think it's more Offset because they family. Like they
real
two,
family.
Two
Oh,
is
okay.
cousins and one's an uncle or some shit. Like I feel so
That
like
shit don't mean nothing when it comes to the money.
nah I know
That's
but
a fact though.
but these niggas been getting
So
money
they-
for a minute. So like why? In my opinion, they fell off even before this issue. So it's like y'all been getting money. Why choose to have issues now when y'all fell off? Like
see what you're
essentially
saying.
because y'all signed to the same label as Lil Baby. You feel me? So clearly we see who's getting pushed more. So it's like y'all technically fell off. Why beef about money now when y'all at the fall off in terms of the peak?
I mean, maybe that tour money not the same.
You think Future fell off?
Hell no. Future forever's a future god.
I don't know. I can't listen to them no
I
more.
think Future fell off, but I also think Future is like Drake to a certain degree
he could do whatever he wants. This one.
Future
in
is-
terms of hip hop only.
Yeah,
and
Future
trap only.
is the Drake of what he does.
I don't know. That last album was trash to me.
I didn't even listen to it because I haven't cared about Future since like when he went on that crazy ass run in like 2015.
He went crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
That
that
Dirty
was,
Sprite.
Yeah.
That was a Dirty,
Dirty
Sprite. era.
Sprite. What was it? Whatever nights, 65 nights, 85
Yes,
nights, whatever the
yes,
fuck,
yes, I
65
remember that.
nights. Then he had the shit with Wicked, Evo 2 or some shit.
Was that with Mask Off and all of that?
Nah, that was that goldish yellow
Okay.
shit. I'm talking about the red shit.
I don't remember
I mean,
that.
it might have been. It could have been a deluxe. I don't know.
Probably.
But he was going crazy.
yeah, he went crazy.
He had a
He had
godlike
like a
season.
spree of just back-to-back drops with just fire.
I
Yeah,
think
like
he's
this
the
one-
best artist of the 2010s. In terms of
2010s?
influence, the 2010s era for Future was incredible. In terms of adding a sound to the culture, I don't think nobody did a better job than him.
2010, 2015.
But that's when
he was in a zone.
That's when Cole was coming up, Kendrick was coming up, Meek was coming up, Sean was coming up, Future was coming up. Like that era of music, to me, is just as good as the 90s quote unquote golden era. You could put that era of music next to any era of rap ever. I would say they're probably the
that's
best.
facts.
Drake,
ASAP,
ASAP, Yo.
Joey Badass. Because we still had those 90s era rappers mixed in there.
Kanye, even put him in there. He had a few albums.
So, Princess said Drake and Nicki are the moguls of the 2010s.
Oh shit, Nicki. Well, I guess you technically could throw Wayne, even though I wouldn't
Nah,
say
I
that's
can't really
Wayne's
say
era.
that because Drake was definitely. I feel like Drake fell off when Views came out, like 2015, 2016. I feel like that's when Drake fell
I
off.
thought Views came out like 2012.
Nah, Views came out like 2016. Views was the shit where he was sitting on that building.
Top of
Yeah.
the building.
You sure?
Yeah, Views is 2016 because that was like fucking
Oh yeah, you're right. 2016.
yeah.
What came after Views?
I want to say that playlist shit.
Oh,
If you're reading this, it's too late.
no.
Nah, that was. He said
No,
that was a
it-
playlist. If you're reading this,
That
it's too
wasn't a
late.
playlist.
Nah, I'm
though.
talking about the
That's what
shit
he
with
said?
passion fruit though.
Oh,
With the black nigga on the cover.
I guess his dad. Yeah.
Dad,
Oh shit.
More Life,
When More Life came out.
2017.
Yeah. Yo, my music knowledge is like fake up there for my time anyway.
I like More Life though.
I like the
Not as much, but I like More Life. I could listen to half of these songs still.
I feel like if you're reading this, was too late was very underrated.
If you really it's not underrated. Niggas love
Yeah.
that.
I don't know.
That-
that's
Niggas want a part
2015.
two for that.
That's, yeah,
really?
that one.
Like the culture wants like meme pages, all of that.
Hmm.
You see when I read the comments, all that shit. When niggas be having like Drake threads and shit, niggas
Yeah.
wonder if you're reading this too late part two.
Nah, this was fire.
And what's the shit with Future? Is that the shit with Future?
No.
What a time to be alive.
What
I
a time to
think.
be
Yeah,
alive.
niggas want
That
that,
was
part
fire.
two too.
That was fire.
Niggas want that.
I still listen
part
to that
two.
to this day. But I'm telling you, bro, that 2010s roster, and I think Future is probably up there as the most influential of that generation, of that decade.
Nah, definitely. If Future got it, honestly. I feel like it started with Love
What was that?
with Rihanna. L-O-V-E.
Oh
Oh, baby.
I feel like it started with Love.
I would say even before that. I remember hearing Tony Montana, and he was coming out with that. That's when I feel like he was on the come up.
But I think that was more.
No,
like
I'm talking about like
a-
Love really catapulted him mainstream.
Oh, okay,
in
okay,
terms-
okay.
Because like Tony Montana ain't digestible by everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not.
that's just.
That's like that Waka Flocka Flame era music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Walker. Shout out to Walker. He definitely had college parties on tilt. Definitely had college parties on tilt,
let's
man.
do it.
Oh yeah. No Hands? Yo. No Hands was crazy. And that wasn't even his song. But everybody knew that Walker verse. Shout out to Walker, man. We gotta get Walker on the podcast.
Everybody tag Walker.
Yeah, we gotta get Walker on the podcast. Shout out to Walker, man. He's arguably one of like the best stories of I started here and now I'm here. Like stories of growth and evolution. We need that. We need that story on the
Mad
podcast.
niggas be surprised about how, like, mad niggas be surprised by how articulate he is.
Now.
No, he explains he was always like that.
No, he wasn't.
No, I mean,
No,
I've seen him say he was like that. He just played that role for the industry.
That man was, I'll never forget. I was in college.
I'm just
I was
saying,
watching BET.
That's what he says.
And he said something like, I'm not going back to school because I had to take geometry and I'm not a math person. Some shit like that. It wasn't that. He said something about something about geometry and I'm not a math person, but whatever he said, the shit made no sense.
Hey,
But that also could be a part of his. I would say
niggas
that
think 2 Chainz
is-
make unintelligent music and he had a 4.0 in college.
What college he went to?
I don't know.
I think that matters a
But
lot.
nah, it does. It definitely does. I'm not gonna hold you. It definitely does. But he had a 4.0 in college.
Okay.
So Watkins has said he played that role for the industry. Like he made that dumb down music for the industry. He didn't portray himself like that for the industry because that's what made the money.
Okay.
But he could have also still, even if he was as smart and as articulate, still been a wild, reckless nigga. At the
I
same
think
time.
2 Chainz from Alabama State.
That's the college he went to? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that's a...
Yeah,
said
Alabama State. Alabama State University.
It's like Alabama.
What is that? Alabama? What does that mean?
Aren't they like one of the?
That's a good school, right?
No, but
I've
I think
never
in
heard
terms
anybody
of
say
states, I think they're one of the lower education states. I could be wrong, but I don't want to
Yeah, we
throw
have no
shade at
idea.
them for no reason. If I'm wrong, but I think they're one of the low education states.
So yeah, 4.0 at Alabama State.
Alabama State is bad though.
Congratulations.
I've
no
never
matter
heard.
what.
I've never heard anybody saying they're going to Alabama State.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
And to this day, I've never met or heard anybody going and graduating from Alabama State.
Is he from Alabama?
I think so.
I
He's
don't
from
even.
the South.
He's from the South, though. But
That might be some Southern shit.
I mean, shout out to him for going to school and actually doing the work and all that stuff. But just saying, just a 4.0 at Alabama
This nigga
State is
dumb old,
different
too.
than a
He was born in
4.0 at.
77.
Yeah, 2 Chainz been old. Nigga, he was Titty Boy.
I remember that.
He was old then. Titty Boy was old.
He's 45.
Yeah, that's crazy. Stuff like transitions
Walker
like that.
and Charlemagne got the best evolution stories. Man, fuck Charlemagne.
Charlemagne don't got no damn great evolution story.
Princess said that. Charlemagne is still a wild nigga to this day and still has some of the wildest phrases to this day. I'm sorry, but one of the wildest things this nigga ever said, when Logic was on the fucking Breakfast Club and Logic on his album talked about his sister getting raped, this nigga Charlemagne said, "Who the hell raped your sister?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. And that wasn't even that was probably still like 4 or 5 years ago. So,
And that's not even a good journalist question.
nigga, and he be doing some wild shit. Nigga, bitches be on the pod. He be sniffing their seats when they leave and get up. Charlemagne's a wild nigga.
Yeah,
I just hate him over the whole political shit. Like, fuck that. I don't hate Charlemagne. Like, he's funny. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like he's good. He's great at what he does. Like, in terms of content, entertainment, in terms of a journalist, like radio host. Like he's great. 100%. I'll give him that every day. But a lot of his characteristics I do not like.
Yeah, I don't like the whole political thing that he does. I used to be a big fan of the Breakfast Club, but I'm not anymore. I just feel like they went they're so far left now. It's like not even. I could tell you what they're gonna say before they even say it. Yeah. Anytime something happens.
Yeah, because everybody got the same agenda at this point in time. They say the same shit. They have to now.
Exactly.
Not us.
Yeah, I don't think, and they don't even embrace. They don't even embrace different perspectives at this point. Now they just have, outside of Farrakhan, I know they had Angela Stanton on. They gave her a hard time. But I feel as if there's so many other people that they could have on to give at least a different perspective. Even if they disagree, just give the people that have been loyal to you for these past 10, 12 years, a different perspective.
I don't even think they can at this point in time anymore.
And that was the message that Dame Dash was trying to get through to them when he was there. He was trying to get them to understand y'all are bigger than the Breakfast Club. Y'all are Power 105.1. You all can leave and do your own show. Pretty much what Sway was telling Kanye back in the day.
I was going to say that. You seen Kanye say that Sway had the answers?
Yeah.
Kanye, 10 years later, Kanye said Sway had the answers.
Yes and no. I think
it was two different things. He said Sway had the answers on the news, and then when talking to some dude, he was like, Kanye was like, when Sway said how Sway, when I said how Sway, he was like, now I can say now Sway, like type shit, like because he was like he wasn't in position, like essentially he didn't explain it this way, but essentially hinting at he wasn't in a position then to do what he's doing now in terms of the whole Gap deal and all that, like.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. At the time when he was yelling at Sway, he wasn't in a position to do it on his own. He was in debt. So now, after reflecting on it, and you have the means to do what he was talking about, yes, technically he was right. At the time, I don't think he was right because, and I was explaining this when Warren was on the pod, you do need to get in these corporations to build relationships and understand how these things work so that way you can do it on your own.
Nah, yeah, definitely. But I think that's what Sway was trying to say, because even when he was saying that, he was like, if you just take a step back, like he was trying to say that, but eccentric Kanye just yelling. Like, you feel, like I don't think I don't think Sway was trying to say like right now, do it right. He was trying to say take a step back, like, which is essentially what he did and what happened. He took a step back, kind of reanalyzed, did things a little bit different where he had a little bit more control, not the control he still wants, but a little bit more control, and now he's going for that control he still wants. So essentially, Sway was not wrong. Kanye was just too headstrong to listen at the time, and he just had to learn his lesson his way, because clearly throughout these multiple deals and partnerships with these big corporations, it all came down to the same conclusion that he wasn't getting enough creative control.
Where does the Yeezy brand go from here, though?
Up.
How?
Because he's gonna find they either somebody else is gonna get it or he's gonna make something out of his own.
Look, I look at it this way, bro. The culture essentially built the Yeezy brand. Mm-hmm. The culture is gonna follow the Yeezy brand wherever the Yeezy brand goes. The culture went from Adidas with his Red Octobers and all those sneakers to Nike to fucking he was what? Nah, he wasn't with Nike, right?
No,
He was with Nike. I think that's when he dropped the Red Octobers.
Okay,
then he went to Adidas.
Yeah. Because they was like, you're not gonna take the Nike deal. They went to the Adidas deal.
Yeah. So like, fucking, he was with Adidas. Then he did this whole Gap shit and stuff. Like, so he's had these moments where he did it his way, and then it came to the same result. To where now, as I guess Sway was trying to tell him 10 years ago, he's taking a step back from like these different ventures, and now is trying to do it his way. But I obviously get what you mean. Now he's in a better position to be able to fund like his own brand essentially, instead of going through these different already established corporations to fund his brand.
So no funny shit. All he had to do is make his own stores. One in LA, one in New York, like.
But the manufacturing you need to get that done
he can
on
get
his
that.
own.
He's trying to build
he could get that
shit here.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That was that. I feel like it was partially scapegoatish, but he used the fact that a lot of manufacturing is done in China as well with the whole Gap situation to kind of use that
to get out,
along with like as another excuse to get out of the deal. And he was saying he was gonna like build warehouses here to like manufacture his shit. So I think he's trying to move into opening his own stores.
Now,
However,
I would say
that I feel like what we're gonna pay
is gonna be it's gonna go
is
higher.
Because Yeezy shit is expensive now, and that's with the cheap ass labor we're getting from China. So if you actually gotta pay fair wages in America to manufacture your shit and all of that, is not sweatshops. For if niggas was paying $200 for a t-shirt from the Gap, niggas is gonna be paying like $500, $600, $700, $800 for that same t-shirt.
And
now.
the crazy shit is they're gonna buy it. People will buy it.
I mean, yeah, niggas buy the Yves Saint Laurent and Christian Dior with all that. They buy all this shit now. So
People buy it, but from what I understand of what Kanye wants to do with his brand, he doesn't want the prices to be like that. He wants affordable clothing. That's what he said on an interview before.
you trying to do some Shaq shit?
Exactly. And going back to what you were saying about the culture and how you said the culture created the brand, I think the same culture that brought him up there would also leave him if he made affordable clothing. Because now if everybody can buy a Yeezy t-shirt, how much is it really
No,
worth?
but I also think that Kanye's smart, where it's like he can have affordable brand and then his other shit is still gonna be the same price.
Because essentially all these
Yeah,
big companies
he's not
do
gonna.
that too.
He can still
The
make
shit they
Yeezys.
sell to us
Yeah.
ain't the shit the white motherfuckers is buying.
Exactly. At all.
Okay.
They're not going in there to just buy like a regular t-shirt. They're gonna go get some other shit that's gonna cost what it is to with the Yeezys and shit like that. They still gonna be the same price. Those are not gonna go down. But he might have an affordable brand for somebody who cannot afford that. Which he's making his money essentially both ways now. Now you getting another demographic where it's like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna make money off of them also.
If you can afford to manufacture all of that, it can work. But manufacturing, the biggest threat to manufacturing in the United States is manufacturing in China. It's really that simple. That's why everybody goes to China. And nobody makes stuff in the United States anymore. So I pray, I hope, I want him to make it, because if he makes it, we all win. I'm rooting for him. I just
That's
think
why I
it's going
fucked
to
with
be...
Trump, man. He was bringing everything back to America, man.
Oh, nah, people don't believe in America being first. We're too
I
racist.
swear, growing up, it was always just the wildest shit seeing made in China.
Everywhere, right?
Because it's like, nigga, I ain't in China, bro.
Made in China, made in
what's up?
Indonesia.
Your
made in-
remote control, your cable box, your
Everything.
couch,
Everything made in China.
your
Like,
table.
he was forcing these niggas to come back. And then y'all turned it over to fucking Grandpa Joe from fucking Willy Wonka.
He spoke, I
'Cause
think,
Grandpa
today.
Joe was a bitch, bro.
Wait, Joe's not the one that went with him, right?
Yeah, it is. But that nigga was a bitch. He was in bed for years, and then this nigga gets a magic ticket, and
And
you
now you
can,
wanna get up?
he gets a golden ticket, and you
And
can
now you wanna
magically
get up?
hop up out the fucking bed. You a bitch, nigga.
Yeah.
He was sitting there laying in bed.
All
Not
four of them. There was
helping the
four of them
family.
laying in bed, right?
Yeah, he was one of the four. And this
Yeah.
nigga Charlie gets a golden ticket, and Grandpa Joe can hop the fuck up.
I'm lost.
You know what we talking about?
No.
You never seen like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
No.
Oh, damn, nigga. That's an old one too. Like, I get not watching new shit because this new shit trash, but that's an old one.
I've never been a movie person.
Yeah, so
I've never been entertained by
basically,
movies.
He had his grandparents. They was all sleeping in the bed.
It was
They
his
never got up
grandparents
out
and
the
his
bed.
great grandparents.
Yeah.
And a
And-
kid was sleeping in the bed with the...
It was the
No.
grandparents and the great grandparents. They were all four bedridden. Never got out the bed. This nigga Charlie finds the golden ticket in the chocolate bar to go to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, brings it home. Grandpa Joe sees that motherfucker, hops out the bed, and starts dancing around the fucking house. Nigga, you were bedridden
Now
Yeah.
you want to come outside.
because you want to escort him to the fucking chocolate factory.
Oh, people do that all the time. Yeah, if I make it to the NBA, nigga, yeah, I'm your uncle now. I'm taking that golden ticket and I'm riding with you to the sunset.
Nah, but they all lived in the same crib. You wasn't. We thought you couldn't walk, couldn't work.
Yeah,
none
that's
of
how
that.
it works.
Your
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
The family
People
was
get-
poor.
yeah.
These niggas was eating
Yeah.
cabbage soup.
That's how it works in real life. Yes. These people get healthy out of nowhere. They know how to pay their phone bill to text you all of a sudden. That sounds like real life to me. Yeah. You go the ticket, they gonna find their way to get to you.
Man.
Absolutely.
Niggas
You
like-
you get a check from Lotto for $50,000 and see how many new friends you get.
They like Grandpa Joe in the White House, man.
What you think about this new Trump shit though?
What new child? Oh, that shit.
Yeah.
What I think about this is the same thing I've been thinking since 15, 16. They've been trying everything and nothing succeeded. This is just
what I
another
thought, too.
thing to try to scare
Tarnish his
people into
name.
voting for him or to scare him into not running. Nothing has fucking stuck, bro. Like, honestly, at this point, the dick riding is crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, waking up every day and riding this orange fat man's dick is crazy. Because, like, he's golfing, not even worried about y'all niggas.
Yep. I think he said something along the lines of like I can declassify pictures if I think about it. He said something like that, and I know like sometimes when I go in the house, CNN is just on the TV, and I just seen the headline. I don't even watch CNN anymore, so I just walked away. But it says something like that. Like Trump says, I can declassify things if I just think about it in my mind. Something like that. And now CNN and the rest of the media is running with that as if Trump don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, all right.
So what is it for, though? Like, what is this whole shit for at this point in time?
So supposedly, like, he took some fucking, when he was leaving as president and when he was moving out.
No, I'm talking about the new one. About him,
Oh, the New York.
Yeah,
They filed some shit against him.
Yeah,
Nigga, it's the same shit too, nigga. Like,
they want to make him pay $250 million.
They filed some shit against his children for fraud or something.
From running for New York business for good. And Trump and the organization from buying commercial real estate in New York for 5 years. And making a criminal referral to the U.S. Department of Justice.
Yo, the crazy part is, even if all that shit went through, he doesn't give a fuck about New York anymore.
Yeah.
This man been dipped to Florida. He dipped to Florida when he won presidency.
Pretty much.
Like, he visited Trump Tower like once or twice during his presidency. He does not give a fuck about New York anymore. He helped build New York, and now this nigga don't care.
That's crazy.
So it's like, even if y'all was able to get all this shit through, he don't care. You act like he wants to do business in New York, bro, when he could go do business in the state. I ain't raping him for taxes.
This is just ridiculous at this point in time.
They said former President Donald Trump on Wednesday that he had to classify the documents he took with him to Mar-a-Lago estate that have since become the subject of an extensive Justice Department investigation. Speaking on Fox News, Trump declined to point out the specific evidence of the declassification, but in a pre-recorded interview, he had told host Sean Hannity that the evidence was not needed. Let me see. He said, Trump says, and I quote, "There doesn't have to be a process as I understand it," Trump said. "You're the president of the United States. You can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it." Damn, Trump, you ain't. He just be saying some shit sometimes where it's like, bro, who could defend that?
He just be saying
You
shit.
said, yo, I could declassify. He said, "You're the president of the United States. You can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it."
I mean, essentially, he's not right now, but even up until his day of moving out, if it's not inauguration yet, he's still the president. So essentially, he's not wrong. Obviously, there's a process, but if he wants to declassify something, he could declassify it. And if, let's say, the shit he took from the White House were documents he's declassified already, then he's not taking confidential information. Like, you feel me? The president can declassify whatever the fuck he wants. There's obviously a process that it has to go through. Obviously, it's not as easy as if I think it's declassified, but you know Trump, he's a fucking dickhead. Like, so he's gonna say shit in whatever way that rubs people wrong the most.
And it says, after being pressed further, Trump insisted he had declassified the documents in question when he left the White House, again, without pointing to proof of such. In other words, when I left the White House, this is a quote from Trump. "In other words, when I left the White House, they were declassified," Trump said. The comments came during a discussion of the ongoing criminal investigation of the highly sensitive documents seized by federal agents from Trump's home and resort in Florida, and they were offered as the president's own legal team has resisted efforts to back up the assertion that the documents in question were declassified. I don't get it. Is it going down or not? That's what
I really don't think so. I think we're still gonna see this nigga on the ticket in 2024, and they're gonna be as shook as they have been the past fucking. At that point in 2024, it's gonna be 8 years.
So you think this is because of midterms?
Yes.
Yes.
You voting for AOC?
Who? Excuse me. Who?
And she could run again though,
I'm
right?
putting that on I'm putting this shit on wax right now. On the record, nigga, red wave on this side. Nigga, y'all know what I'm voting for. Ain't gonna be no donkeys on this ticket.
That's fair. Yeah. That pretty much sums it up. I have no arguments there.
Ain't gonna be no donkey voting on this ticket.
I feel as if the blue wave is still strong here in New York.
Yeah.
But the red wave is rising.
It's coming. It's coming.
rising.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna be soon, but that shit is gonna be soon. It's coming. New York's gonna fucking flip soon. I'm not saying like, I'm not saying 24. I'm not saying this midterms. I'm not even saying next midterm. But it's gonna happen soon.
I think New York and Texas eventually flip.
I don't think Texas is flipping.
You don't think so?
No.
I think after that scare in 2020, I think it's possible.
What's scare in 2020?
Remember when Biden and Trump were running and Texas was blue early in the election and people was like, yo, it's possible? And he almost got Texas.
Texas is only, and I get it, it's the same way in New York essentially, but Texas is big. It is a lot of outside counties outside of the liberal cities. And like there's like probably 2-3 liberal cities in Texas and the rest of Texas is red, which is essentially the same as New York. Everything in New York is red outside of this city. So it's like the only thing is they got the more of the majority in Texas type shit. I don't think Texas will flip.
Hope not. So if Texas flips,
and
the empire will fall.
Supposedly the rumor is this bitch is returning for 2024.
Who?
Hillary? Was I right?
Yeah. Supposedly that's the rumor. Cause I've been seeing her in the media a whole lot more, and we know these niggas is not pushing Biden, bro. We know these niggas ain't pushing Biden. So there's a rumor.
I think they're unified on that. They're done with the Biden. Yeah, I think they're done with the Biden.
They're done with Biden. Nobody. Every time these Democrat niggas get asked, are they support? And these conservatives do it on purpose. They ask them if they're supporting a Biden 2024 nomination. None of them ever say yes. They beat around the bush.
Yep. Even the vice president. No, not the vice president. I'm sorry. I know AOC doesn't endorse him. There was a few others. I think, what's the girl from Boston, from Massachusetts? Liz Cheney. Elizabeth Warren doesn't jack him. Bernie Sanders doesn't jack him. Like, these are like the faces of the Democratic Party right now. Nobody jacks him but Nancy Pelosi.
Nigga, Obama don't even jack that nigga.
Exactly. Let's go. I'll take that. Sorry.
Obama don't even jack that.
Yeah,
nigga,
Obama don't. They don't. Man, I don't even.
Nigga, they only friends for the cameras. Honestly, because everybody know they don't fuck with each other.
Did they during the presidency though?
Huh?
Did they were they cool during the? No.
Nah. In Obama's book, I'm pretty sure he talks about how he couldn't stand Biden during the presidency.
For real?
Yes. He talks about how he did not like this nigga during his presidency.
That's crazy.
What does besides what does he have to do like for work?
Who?
Like as a vice president at that time. Like what do they got to do? They don't do shit, do they?
No, they have roles and responsibilities.
Like
it's
what?
almost like the assistant principal, but it's like
Nobody listens to the assistant principal.
Depending on who your assistant principal is. I mean, it also depends on like the vice president will have roles like Pence was in charge of the whole COVID shit. Like the COVID like emergency plans and
So
stuff
what the
like
vice
that.
this shit
President
doing?
assists the president at his pleasure.
There you go.
Okay. I got
There
it
you go.
now.
Just like that. Just like
Yeah,
that.
I got it now.
Just like
He
that.
assists the president at his pleasure. And he's supposed to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, but this is a pass to Amari Cooper off the play action. Here we go. Oh, you fucking pieces of shit.
Good.
He should be as up to date to a certain extent on everything the president knows in case, he has to assume the role of president. So I feel like they do shit, but at the same time, they don't do shit. Like, I look at the vice president like the first lady. Like,
No,
y'all niggas
I don't
just
think the
there.
first lady does anything, but I think the vice president does a lot.
The first lady does a lot, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The first lady keeps up the family image, first of all.
Okay.
They do a lot of on the ground work. You feel me? Shit in the public, like going to visit mothers, schools, things
Okay.
like that. Like the first lady does a lot of work, like that is not really people don't really recognize.
And that's how I feel about the vice president. They probably do a lot of work that's not recognized.
Not Biden though.
Yeah, probably not Biden.
Maybe
even-
another vice president, not Biden. I don't think Pence either, because I don't think Trump really fucked with Pence.
I don't think
I
so.
could be
either.
wrong, but I don't think he fucked
So why
with Pence.
pick him?
Optics. I feel like Trump was an optics, like 4D chess kind of person, and he put a lot of niggas in the limelight to expose them. Like a Fauci, whoever else. Like, I feel like it's
interesting
just
take.
optics shit.
That's an interesting take. Never thought about that. 4D chess. I need to start playing chess again.
A
too.
lot of niggas he actually put into the spotlight got exposed for shit after a while.
Yeah, Fauci, his career is
And
over.
niggas tried to tie it with him, but I was looking at it like on some, he was doing that shit on purpose to kind of expose how fucking bad this political atmosphere is.
Drain the swamp.
Type shit. That was his fucking saying.
Drain the swamp. Pack these niggas up.
I was just talking to somebody today about like mortgages and shit like that.
Someone said they was trying to call in.
Oh, word? Oh, that's on us.
It should be up.
They said it right now.
We don't hear it though, cause it's not.
They said it
public.
right now. So I just seen the comment pop up.
10. Oh, yeah, somebody did. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna find the wire.
It was
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Call back, Dada. Oh damn, I was saying something. What the fuck was I just saying?
He was talking about mortgages.
Oh, and it was like the high rates and everything right now is so high and shit like that. But this is how it used to be. Everybody got used to the 3.5s and the low numbers. She was like, but at the end of the day, ain't nothing happening until after either midterms or after the election, because that's when they're gonna try to put everything down. So it's gonna stay up. So everything is just gonna be politicized. I was like, yep, you're right.
At the end of the day, all that free housing stuff,
Oh, that's not in New York, by the way.
it don't even matter. Whoever has access to it is not good. That's not good for you. Get it if you think that you can really afford it, but most
Call
people can't.
from-
Yeah.
Better.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Oh, snap. What?
To accept, press 1.
You press 5. You.
Yo.
What's good,
Yo,
bro?
what's up, man?
Yo, it's good, bros.
How you feeling, man? Long time no speak.
I know, man. Been busy trying to build and maintain, you know. Yo, I got a question. What's bro's name that y'all got with y'all right there?
You want to know your name? Yeah.
The manual, big manual in the building. What's up?
I'm not going with Big Manuel. I'm just gonna say Manuel. You feel me? But yo, I had a question. What turned you to well, like, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. What turned you to, start looking at Donald Trump's regime as like, maybe we could have gone better with that way?
Well, first of all, I was in the military. You feel me? So, while I was in the military, I did a lot of paying attention to politics because obviously, that shit really affected my life. Whatever conflict we were getting into, I had to, I was trying to be prepared for whatever was gonna happen. So even it was funny enough at that point is I used to watch a lot of CNN and CNN is very like Democratic leaning. So my my perspective of Donald Trump, I didn't fuck with bro at the time. Really, I did not like that nigga, and I was in the military with a lot of niggas who supported him, and I really didn't even fuck with them niggas, and that's on me because I didn't really give them niggas a fair chance. But what made me actually start fucking with him is because a lot of policies he put into place actually benefited military veterans, which a lot of politicians preach they're for, but don't really put in the shit to back that. Like he gave us pay raises. We didn't have that shit for like years. He kept us out of conflict. Like I got deployed to Japan when we was in that whole conflict with North Korea when niggas thought shit was gonna pop off and we were supposedly gonna go to war with them back in 2017, 2016. Nothing happened. I got a free fucking trip to Japan. Like it was shit like that. And then I actually started watching his rallies, watching his speeches, seeing what the fuck he was saying compared to what the news was chopping shit up and saying he was saying. And a lot of shit was as backwards. Like, you feel me? It took a lot of like me watching shit myself. And I'm talking about like, it's not nothing easy to sit through 3-hour long ass speeches and shit like that. It's boring shit, but it was shit I had to do to kind of get my own opinion. You feel me? Not just watching the news and saying, oh, Trump said this, but then when I watched the whole speech, he said that, but then the context is just like something completely different with what they was trying to run with. Like, and then the fact that a lot of things he did was America first, bringing businesses back to America, kind of renegotiating the trade deal with China, which essentially kind of helped us leverage our debt with China and a lot of different places like that. It was like, yeah, this nigga's obviously for America. First of all, he's a businessman. He's not a politician. So anything he's doing is to help business niggas first off. Like, he don't want to pay taxes just like the next nigga. He built his whole empire off of business. Why would he want to pay more money? That's something that helps us. Like, you feel me?
That you just said too, that people don't follow and they just want to point at him and say, oh, he doesn't pay enough taxes. It's like, yo, maybe you want to listen to the motherfucker a little bit more so that you don't have to pay as much taxes as well and get cheated. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have a 2-part question, if you don't mind me asking you.
You can ask whatever you want, brother.
All right. The first question is going to be, when you first joined the military, you said that you didn't really fuck with the conservative side. You know, you came up like, I'm assuming you came up like the rest of us, like, you know, ghetto, urban, or whatever you want to name call
my
it.
shit is a little bit different though, because I did a lot of like humanitarian outreach shit when I was a teenager. So I traveled outside of New York a lot, and I had a different perspective even before the military. The military just kind of reinforced that, if that makes sense.
I'm assuming like you just coming in with that doctrine, like that democratic doctrine of not fucking with Republicans or whatever the case may be, upon entering the military. If that's correct.
Nah, yeah, that more so came from my upbringing. Like, my mom was Democratic and shit. I voted for Obama when I was 18, not knowing a damn thing about politics just because my mother was. So, yeah, it more so came from the environment, for real.
Okay, so with that being said, upon joining the military, you're not really, you know, not seeing eye to eye at first with your peers in the military that happen to be conservative. Did they? The first question is going to be, did they treat you any different? Like that solidified that that entrained doctrine that you came up with, and also afterwards, after you changed your mind and everything, Like you gone through, your trials and tribulations that happen to change your mind, and you saw things that made you change your mind in a personal level. Do you think that whatever kids are being taught in urban ghettos or whatever the case may be is correctly justified to this day as if it was 10 years ago, 30 years ago, or, so I'm Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
So with those two questions asked, I'm going to share a little bit, and if you need me to remind you of those questions, I'll reiterate them.
No, I got them.
I'm from the Bronx. JT and Justin, they know me. I'm from the Bronx. I'm ghetto through and through.
Mm-hmm.
All my life, it was always like, you can't trust certain type of people, blah, 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 blah. My personality trait was always, I don't trust not a goddamn person.
Mm-hmm.
Red, white, blue, whether you're conservative, democratic, or whatever the case may be, because of the areas I grew up in. So my mind wasn't malleable to just, hey, it's a white man's world or whatever. Like, no. I see what my own people did to my own people. I seen what I had to go through just to get to the train station before I even got to school. There was no white people involved. It's not a white man's world, and all those businesses under the 6th train and all that shit, yeah, maybe behind the scenes they were owned by white people, but white people weren't there for me to hate white people or, to feel some type of way. And then when I finally, I ended up moving to Georgia, where my mindset started changing, where it was like, hey, you got to become an adult. And you got to earn wages, and you got to do this, you got to do that. And it was, hey, I can't depend on, my people, because I know my people. Maybe I know my people from the ghetto side. So that's one aspect. I know I'm like sort of going across the board and like going all over the place, but it's like I decided not to like really depend on my people, because it was more like I got to depend on myself to make moves and sort of be like my own storyteller and shit like that. And I feel like that's shit that is not really preached, but when you grow up in a white neighborhood, it's considered as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's what vocabulary is, what lacks between, how can I put it? Vocabulary is what lacks between, I guess, urban and suburban. When you're told to be your own person, if you're born in a suburban area, white, black, or whatever it may be, hey, man, you got to go make your own money. You got to be your own entrepreneur. In the urban area, it's like, hey, you got to, if you come up, you got to take care of the rest of us and bring us along with you type shit, which is backtracking. And like, you could only do that if, again, I'm going all over the place. My bad.
No,
but,
you good.
Okay. I'm oversharing. Like, yeah, I'm oversharing. That I'm not even making sense anymore. My bad.
You want to answer the two questions?
Nah, I still got them.
You still got them?
Yeah. So,
still got 'em? Yeah. Let's go with them questions.
So for the first question, did people treat me differently? It's still like I'm a pretty objective person, so I could sit there and have one experience and then have an experience with the next person and not sum the total. Like if I have an experience with one white person, I'm not gonna say all white people is this way. So it's still the military. There's still some races.
Okay, so that first question, my bad. It was
No, I get what you mean. I'm gonna go more in depth. Like there's still some races. Don't get me wrong. So those would be the people I would say treated me differently because you can blatantly tell they're racist. Now, outside of that, the conservatives in the military that were just regular white, just people. No, I don't think they treated me any differently, even though I probably treated them differently because at first, having the biases I had, I didn't necessarily give them a chance. If I saw a white person trying to befriend me, I was kind of like on guard, like, I don't really fuck with y'all white niggas. But if it was a black nigga, yeah, it was good, my nigga. Now, if I found out there was a black white nigga, it was like, I can't really fuck with you. But, so I would say, no, they didn't treat me differently. However, I do now when you go into what we're taught in the inner cities and urban environments and shit like that, I do think we're being taught the wrong things 100% because a lot of us in these environments have these preconceived notions of a whole race of people that we really don't have interactions with. Like we don't really know white people to a degree to find them racist. You feel me? Like I got two white niggas that I love to death. Like one of them is from Alabama, which is like the stigma is one of the racist countries, and that's my nigga. Like you feel me? So before that I didn't really have like any white friends to that degree. I didn't really fuck with any white people to that degree. I had to go through the military, meet a bunch of white niggas, realize like, oh, y'all niggas really not that bad. Like what was I talking about? Like or what was I taught? Not what was I talking about? What was I taught? Like y'all really not that bad. So yes, I do think we're being taught things that we shouldn't be taught compared to 10, 20, 30 years ago because maybe those things we should have probably worried for. Now, that's not to say white niggas or just other ethnicities out there aren't racist. There's still some people that still are. However, I'm not going to chalk the whole group up to being that. I'm going to chalk the individual person into being that. Because I met some amazing white people in the military, and it just took me really going into that experience. Like that shit, I chalked that shit up to college for me. Like I was in humanitarian outreach shits when I was a teen, so I met a bunch of white people throughout my teenage years. So it wasn't like my first interactions with them, but that was my first interaction daily, living, having these people to talk to every day. So that kind of gave me a different kind of aspect of them to look at, and I was just like, yeah, I'm bugging. Like these city niggas really don't know what they're mad at per se. They just know that they're mad.
I'm happy you said that because JT went to college in Indiana, and at the beginning of when this podcast first started, he had comments that were outlandish to a lot of people from the 40s. And I remember seeing the comment section from the 5th podcast that they had. They were like, what the fuck? But JT had that experience. He left New York City. He experienced the world outside New York City. Maybe not to extent as yourself, but he was able to leave. He went to Indiana, bro. I've been to Indiana. Yo, that's fucking racetrack. Yeah, that's racetrack central. And he came with a different mentality, and it was when the whole JT, that was doing the fucking excuse my language. That was doing the Trump 2020 election, right?
Nah, I was in Indiana when Obama got elected.
No. When the podcast.
Oh yeah. We started in 2020.
Yeah, then we had Trig. He was commenting because he was able to leave the city. He changed his mentality and all that shit. And everybody was just talking crazy like, yo, like, how y'all be trained this, that, and the third. And it's like, yo, like you got to understand, like, I can't help you unless I help myself first. But I gotta see you help yourself to help you. Type shit.
I think it was after.
What?
No, yo, that whole thing was doing the election.
Yeah, because remember we was supposed to have like the debates and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yo, by the way, Emmanuel, yo, after what you just said, and I heard you, I'll give it to you, Big Emmanuel. But that's the only time I'm gonna give it to you. That's the only time, bro. I can't keep saying Big Emmanuel, bro. That's kind of homoerotic. You know what I mean? Like I can't keep doing that.
Nah, I feel you.
No, but yo, I respect what you said, yo, and it's wild. Me and JT had this conversation a few years ago, and a mind like JT's, right? We have a whole bunch of minds like that all over the projects. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. I don't know where you came from, but we have a whole bunch of parents in the projects, right, that decide to stay there. Imagine if JT, no disrespect, I don't want to say nothing about your parents' situation, but just imagine if they were to not decide, like hypothetically, for better words, hypothetically, if most parents and like JT's parents were to decide to, hey, we were able to take assistance from New York City Housing Authority. Let's maybe let's try to better ourselves and get out of here. What if most parents did that, and then most kids could have been like JT? Like, yo, like I have bigger ambitions. I know it may cost a little bit more for my mom, my dad, or whatever the case may be to, not live in the housing projects. But, they got to be a future, and then we do what the fucking Asians do. Hey, we suffer for a little bit, or we suffer for most of our lives, and then we try to better our kids so that they could better us and take care of us in the future. So let's try to, give an opportunity to our kids instead of surrounding them around people who already concluded their lives that they want to be gang members, do this, do that, and then have a 50-50 chance. Like, yo, is he going to get persuaded into joining a gang? Or is he going to want to go to school? Or is he just going to want to work at a convenience store and make ends meet, check by check type shit? Like, is the question coming clear? Like, are some of our parents to blame for taking advantage of housing assistance and deciding to stay and raise a family when they could do maybe a little bit more to change the narrative?
I don't necessarily think. I mean, are they to blame? Yes and no. I don't think they're to blame, but at the same time, I do, because it's like, yeah, you should kind of have more ambition, to do better and not live this way. But at the same time, that's just something that's conditioned to our community. I feel like hood culture exists just because niggas don't leave the block. Like 100%. And I feel like the saddest life you could live is a life where you just live and die in the hood. Because like you experience nothing, and you experience nothing substantial at that. Like, so like parents can be to blame, yes, because at the same time it's just like, yo, bro, come on, like, you don't even like living here. What's up? Like, why you, if you as adult don't like living here, why are you like just settling to raise a child here? I feel like a lot of people do take advantage of like these kind of public assistance programs just because they're complacent and comfortable, which is 100% fact. Like, niggas on Section 8 love paying $2 in rent. Why the fuck would I want to better myself
I don't have to.
and pay 1,000 when I could just pay 2,000 and live fucking comfortably? And that's just niggas' mentalities, but that's also because of the way they were, like, we were raised, they were raised, the niggas before them, et cetera, is just something conditioned into us. So I do think if more people took advantage of these programs for what they are and then got off them and got out and raised their kids outside of just this environment alone, we would breed better people in society 100% because they would have more expanded perspectives. They wouldn't just have these biases and then just live and die with these biases without experiencing them for themselves. Like most niggas in the hood outside of the random, like for example in New York, most niggas in the hood outside of the random white motherfucker you may run into in Manhattan, we don't have experiences with white people, and that's just how it is. So with that being said, how can you judge them so harshly without having a close relationship or trying to at least build one with one? Like that's just my mentality. Niggas just act the way they act and think the way they think because they live and die on the block.
And I think to even add on to that, I feel as if the comfort of living and dying in the projects is rooted in the fear of taking a risk. So I don't think it's the fact that people don't want to leave. I think it's the fear of taking that risk because you have everything to lose. So it's easier for me
to gain.
What happened?
But you have everything to gain as yourself.
True, but you also have everything to lose. So now if I put my life savings into this mortgage and now I can't make a payment and I go into foreclosure, I don't have anything left in my savings account to hold me over.
What about immigrants? Like how are immigrants prospering more than our people who are so scared and comfortable of being scared?
Because
you got immigrants coming. Well, when I say immigrants, I mean immigrants from all over the place. You got Pakistanis. You got every shade of color, every shade of from every corners. They love America, and this isn't like a whole Trump speech type shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people love America, but it seems that our own people, Spanish people and black folks that are from the ghettos, those are like what you just said. They're scared because they feel that they have everything to lose. But it's crazy. Other people are coming from different countries, risking putting all the chips on the board and prosper more than us, and then we get mad at that. Cause you can't lie. We could be our people. When I say our people, it could be whoever from the fucking ghetto. We could be 100% racist. I know you've seen it.
Of course,
seen it. We're racist as motherfuckers. As soon as
Yo.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If let's say the prices go up for let's say prices go up for 4 chicken wings and French fries. It goes up 50 cents. Oh, you motherfucking Chinese motherfucker, blah blah blah! You just charged me this XYZ last week.
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen, like we're all guilty of it, bro.
Nah, you're right. I hear that part. I mean, and even to go back to your question, I feel like that's because other immigrants purposely put themselves in uncomfortable situations to force them to get out. So, for example, I had a student when I was in Lehman, and he showed me his home and how they lived in like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment with like 16 people. But they knew that if they did that, they would be able to make rent easier for everybody, and then everybody can stay there until you was ready to move out. But you know that you always had a roof over your head, you had shelter, there was food in the house, there was water. And they made that sacrifice so that way they were able to save up enough money to move out. And I feel like that's the one thing that we don't do as a culture. We look at the projects as our home, not as a means to save and get up out of there. And that's a mentality that can change. I'm hopeful that it can change. But it's because of conversations like this that is going to change. We can't stop having these conversations.
So we also have to attack what's going on in Florida. So we know immigrants, when they come here hungry.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? DeSantis from Florida? Is that his name?
Yeah, Ron
That sent
DeSantis.
people
The governor?
Martha's
Oh, he was sending the buses, the immigrants to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we probably just ruined. Let's say there was 500 people that he sent. We just probably ruined 100, 200 business owners that could have compensated for the GDP that we're going through right now. So, I mean, it goes both ways. Like, this shit is wild. That we got, like, real fucking assholes in every way possible. But as long as we have conversations, like you said, like, who knows? You don't know if this person was just an immigrant, but they had, like, fucking $30 million in the pocket.
Yeah.
You don't know that. They just happen to escape. Feel me? Through political asylum or whatever it may be. And he just straight up sent them to try to prove a point to, I guess, Democrats, or try to jump on that whole Texas train and clout and do all that shit. So I'm on both ends. I'm for like what's right. Like what he did was like, yo, bro, like you're trying to spit on people's faces. I feel you, but you don't know who you sent over there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if this person could have brought money to your state. You don't know if this person could have been the next Walt Disney or whatever the case may be. You didn't even give him a chance. You straight up say, oh, you're an immigrant. Yeah, you're going over there, and I'm going to send you out there for fun. So, like, no, but me saying that, I'm just showing, like, I'm not biased towards any side of the board. It just, like, damn, like yo, this it's going to take another fucking, 20 years? Like Emmanuel said, like, it might take another 20 years for people to maybe see eye to eye. Not fully, maybe. In which it sucks, bro. Like, we're all in it together because we're all in the same ship.
Absolutely. My brother, we got somebody else trying to call in. I could definitely chop it up with you all day, every day. Definitely one of the smartest people I know. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Not smart at all, bro. Not at all.
Man, I hope all is well with you, man. I hope you in good health, and I hope we can speak more. We can't be. I hate that we have these month gaps where we don't build and chop it up and continue to have these productive conversations.
I feel. Could I just say shout out to Emmanuel again? I ran across the podcast randomly today. I happened to be up. He holds himself real well. Emmanuel, if you hear me, it was good meeting you through voice.
You as well.
Hope
bro.
you get around again.
Yeah, I'm here every Monday, definitely, at the very least.
Yeah. All right, man. I hope to speak to you again, man. Stay healthy.
All right, you as well,
All right, bro. You have a good night.
You as well. I'm gonna keep watching.
I appreciate you.
All right, guys.
All right.
Later.
You want me to call the number back?
No, I'm actually, she's texting me right now.
All right. But nah, that was deep. Do you blame the parents for staying in the projects? That's a deep question, man, because we are now like 2-3 generations in, and some of the same families are still there. Like, I could even look at my family and look like we about to be 3 generations in. And is that because, like, again, like you said, do you blame the parents?
I'm just saying, bro. I hate to put my mother's business out there, but it's the pod, so fuck it, my life. My mom has been in the fucking jacks. She's 70 now, since she was like 40 something, 30 something maybe. Like, that's crazy. And it's not to talk shit about her, but like I don't want that for her, and I don't want that for myself. Like, you feel me? Like, that's crazy. Like,
But it's not talking shit about her. I mean, it's just staying what
I'm
it
not
is.
saying, but like, you know, people, like, if she was to see this, she might feel the type of way. And it's not like I'm saying it to make her feel the type of way. I'm just, you know, expressing my point. Like, like that's kind of crazy to think about, because that's not like an environment essentially to raise a family in. So it's like,
no, it's really just it's comfortability for people who,
like, for example, I personally would live there right now, sure, but I'm not single. I have my girl, but you know, we don't have a family. It's me and her. Niggas know me. Like, let's say if I was to take over my mom's house, niggas know me in the jacks. If niggas see my girl, like, nobody's gonna fuck with her. Nobody's gonna fuck with me. Like, as long as niggas mind their business, we good. Like, type shit. Now, would I want to have a child there? No.
Yeah.
That's just my personal point of view, because like, that's not some place I want to raise my kid, because now my kid has access to get into whatever the fuck. Whereas if I raise him in a cheap ass suburban ass town, like, he good. Like, you focus on school, go to school, and you good. Like,
Yeah. And these, like I said, these are the conversations we have to continue to have, because even with the generation that's before us, it's an uncomfortable conversation to have. Like, you talking about, like, your mom, like my mom too. Like, it's not an easy conversation to have. It's like, yo, like, you know, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here anymore. But an older person that's comfortable, there's not really much you could tell them to convince them. And that's the tricky part. And then for the younger generation, it's like, this is all they know. So until they leave for school or leave for the military or leave for something else, they won't know any better.
Call from
Raquel.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good. Supposed to be here.
I know I was supposed to be there, but it's Justin's fault.
It is.
It is. He knows it is.
So
I wanted to chime in with the guy that was there. He has certain points, you know. It all depends from, like, where you come from, you know, like, the perspective, the mindset, like where, like, you know, when he's talking, I take that he's not from the project. Am I right?
You said, he not? Is he from the? Nah, he's from the hood.
Yeah.
He's definitely from the hood.
He's from the project?
Like Throg's Neck projects?
I'm talking about projects in general.
I don't know if he's from the projects, like if that's where he lived, but I know he spent a lot of time in the projects.
In the hood.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's definitely from the hood.
I don't feel like it's the parents' fault for leaving, like, not leaving the project, because who the fuck want to stay in the project? You know, like, there is those people who are comfortable that they want to pay that little bit of rent, but not everybody that lives in the project, or not everybody that's on Section 8 necessarily pays a little bit of rent. You know, there's people that live in the projects that have good jobs, and their rent goes according to their income, the same as Section 8. Your rent goes according to your income. Now that they're not paying gas and lights, that's a different ballgame, you know, but totally agree with that. The parents should have more. They should, but that it's easier said than done for you to have ambition. It's like who was JT said that you said something along the lines with
Taking a risk.
I can't remember. That's why I wanted to come in as he was talking so I could hit the point. But what I'm trying to say is that not everybody has the mentality to just get up and go. That's what you were saying. Like, you can't just get up and go. Like,
Or the means
not
to do
everybody
it
has
either,
that.
too.
I'm sorry?
Or the means is like they don't. So everybody don't have the money to just get up and go either.
Yeah, or the mentality or the confidence to do it. Like they may be scared. And he was talking about immigrants, like how immigrants come and they go ahead and make it happen. You got to understand that a person that lives and was born here in the United States, in New York City, let's say, opposed to somebody that's coming from Mexico, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Venezuela, they have a whole different mindset. Their mindset, they already left everything and they came over here. So what the hell do they got to lose? They don't got nothing to lose out here. It's like do or die, So their ambition is different. They see things different than we see them. We're born into all this privilege. We're born into being able to go to school. We have access to jobs. Like there's so much that we have in America, that we're born into. So it's like we're like spoiled, opposed to them that come from countries where there's a lot of poverty. They don't know how they're gonna make ends meet. They don't know how they're gonna eat. Like it's a whole different ball game. They don't have access to education. Over here, we got access to all that. So it's like we are comfortable. We are more comfortable than those people that come from these other countries and migrate over here. Like they're gonna do everything it takes to make it happen here. They don't care to live 10, 15 people in a house to save their money. We care. We care. Like I'm not trying to live with a house full of people. You know what I'm saying? But they're willing to make these sacrifices because where they come from nothing. So it's like, what do they have to lose? They here and they trying to make the best of it. You understand? So I don't agree. We have more resources. However, they have more ambition than us. They have more drive than us because of where they come from. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you mean, but I also I get you don't agree with that, but I also feel like that kind of furthers his point in the first place. Like he was talking about different perspectives, and the reason why immigrants succeed is because they have that different perspective. The purpose,
right.
Like he was saying, do you think it's the parents' fault for the kids not having these perspectives because of them not leaving? Which essentially it is, because I know you said they come from different countries where it's like do or die when they get here, but essentially the projects is do or die. Like it's not a safe environment to live in it by any means, and to
of course,
grow
there's
up there
people
and
that do leave the project. You know what I'm saying? There's people that do teach their children to want more and to do more. I'm not saying no, but everybody that lives in the project stays in the project. Not every parent stays there. And then also, we live in a country where the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. You know what I'm saying? Like we live, like for example, me. Job. I work. I do my thing, and it's hard for me. I don't get no food stamps. I don't get no government assistance. I don't get nothing. But if I wasn't shit, it's like the system is set up for us to fail. Is what I'm trying to say. You understand? Like they got these addicts, they're giving them housing, beautiful new apartments, but it's because the government funds that. So it's a lot. It's not as easy as it seems for us to just get up and become something. It's hard for us. Like me, I didn't have the privilege of going to college and my mom and my dad taking care of me and paying my bills, and I didn't come up with that. So I had to go to school at the same time, which is 2 times harder. So what I'm trying to say is that we don't want to stay in the projects. We don't want to. It's hard for us though to move up, and I guess it goes back to what you guys were saying, that it's a comfort zone, you know? It's a comfort zone, and we're like kind of scared to get out of that comfort zone because we're scared to lose the little that we have.
Yeah.
And Detta responded to what you were saying in the comments. He said, do and die is the mentality of children.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that in the comments.
No, I'm saying he's responding to what you were saying. And I was just reading the quote. Yeah, no, I'm going to just read it real quick. He said, do or die is the mentality of children that, like myself, who took urban education and went to a university out that was 8 states away. The manual hit the military. You just said more ambition than us. What's the excuse?
Well, come again. Rewind. You were cutting off.
Oh, he said,
My shit is dying.
do or die is the mentality of the children that, like me, who took urban education and went to a university that was 8 states away. And then the manual hit the military. So you just said more ambition than us. What's the excuse?
No, there is no excuse. It's just all about, not everybody has the same mentality is what I'm trying to say. You understand? Not everybody, the foundation that you grow from, the foundation that your parents set for you is what you grow from. You understand? So not everybody has the willpower to go ahead and say, you know what, okay, I'm going to teach. They don't know any better is what I'm trying to say. It's not that they want to stay in the project. It's that they don't know any better. They weren't taught any better, So this is what they can give, not that they're giving really anything to the children, but this is what they have. This is all they can offer. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote something else.
He's totally wrong in what he's saying. I'm just saying it's not easy for everybody to just get up and, you know what, okay, I'm going to get out the project and I'm going to move on. And they make it so hard for us to go ahead and do that. You understand? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm one who, I've been through the system with my mom, and that's why I go so hard, and I went to school, and I'm continuing school, and I want more for myself because I've seen my mom struggle, she couldn't give me, she came from Puerto Rico. They were very, very, very poor in Puerto Rico. She came over here and she did whatever she can. But the foundation that she grew from wasn't much. So the foundation she gave us wasn't much. So, I personally, I said, you know what, I want more for myself. So I got up and I had to go get it on my own. You know what I'm saying? But my mom still lives in the project. She couldn't give me more, but we also cannot depend on our parents 100% to say, you know what, okay, I want to get out. My mom still lives in the project. And I have a whole career. Like, I have a lot going for myself, My dream is to one day hopefully get her out the project, But not every parent has that. You guys were blessed that, your parents were able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, your parents were able to push you further so that you went to the military and he went to a college 8 days away or whatever he said. That was very big of them. But some people's parents, like my mom didn't really have much to push me with because of the foundation that she grew up on. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think it's all a parent's responsibility 100% to get you there. Now, if they can, then okay. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I think that makes sense. I definitely hear what you're saying. I think from what he's saying in the comments, y'all are kind of agreeing. Am I getting that?
Yeah, I think they kind of agreeing, but just like certain points, she just like not in the whole aspect of the thing that she disagreed with. She's just saying there's certain things that she disagreed with.
So
no, I definitely didn't disagree on everything he said. He was hitting some points.
I think the difference is she's just saying like it's not really 100% the parents' fault because
it's not that easy.
It's not that easy, and he's just saying that there really shouldn't be no excuse. Like essentially,
they both saying.
But there is that, like, there isn't no excuse for you yourself.
Right.
You cannot blame your parents for what you're gonna do with your life. Like, I know people that their parents is crackheads and they up.
Mm-hmm.
About you, like like one of my best friends, her mom used to be on alcohol when she was young, And my friend had to get herself dressed. She still went to school. She wanted to go to school, like, you know. And now to this day, she's very successful. She's a great mom, and she's giving everything to her kids. But her mother didn't push her to do that. It took for her to say, you know what? I want better for myself, and I'm going to go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My mother wasn't into any of that, but my mother, the foundation she grew from, my mother came from nothing in Puerto Rico. Like, my grandmother used to ask for money and to take care of them, and my grandfather was a drunk that used to fuck up my grandmother, throw away the food that they used to that she used to cook, throw it away because he came home drunk, and the kids didn't have nothing to eat. And my mother came from nothing, so she didn't have knowledge, she didn't have nothing. She came over here and she was just trying to make a living, trying to better us, our lives. You know, when she had us here, she was trying to do the best. She was just a housewife, let's say. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the foundation that your parent grows from. But even so, we cannot be responsible. We cannot blame our parents for what we do and don't do in life, if we succeed or don't succeed in life.
Yeah.
I think we need y'all both on the show.
She's be here.
Yeah, I think we need y'all both on the show at the same time.
When is Della coming
next
over here?
week. Pull up on Thursday.
I gotta see. He's in Georgia, I think. He's still in Georgia, right?
I don't know where he
I don't
at.
know where the fuck he at.
I don't know. He goes in that rabbit hole. He pops up once every 3 months.
Once every 6 months. But yeah.
It will be an interesting conversation, and that's why I wanted to call in when he was on the phone, because I wanted to, you know, like, just talk, like, you know, like, each point that he was hitting, I wanted to, like, right there, like I forgot a lot about what he was saying, but it would have been dope if we could have been on a three-way call.
We got to figure out if we could do that. I don't know if we
Be a way.
There's definitely a way.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to test it out ourselves and just see if we can make that work.
Yeah, so I'll definitely try to hit him up.
But he was hitting good points. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I just wanted to chime in on that.
Oh, he said, it's wild. She didn't hear that I'm not blaming all parents. I'm blaming comfortable parents.
No, you see, I was in and out of it because, remember, I was trying to call. I was out of the YouTube, so I wasn't hearing everything he was saying. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that from what I did hear.
I'm saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm right.
This is what I'm responding to. What happened?
What's that again?
I was like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm right.
No. I'm not right neither. This is just this is why I love this.
No, I'm fucking around.
We're hearing everybody's perspective. You know, we all come from different realms of the world, you know, of New York City, let's say it. And we all were brought up differently. So that's why his thinking and, you know, he got me thinking and he got me coming up with these things. But I'm right neither. This is just my opinion. This is how I feel.
I'm glad that conversation stuck with everybody.
No, that was a great convo. I'm glad he
That was a great
he brought that up.
conversation. That was really good.
We're gonna have that discussion with my kids next week on Wednesday. Do you blame the parents for being in poverty, or do you how do you interpret that? How do you interpret your surroundings and where you growing up if you live in poverty?
I really want to know what the kids say.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, I might have to record that conversation.
It's all about you, though, but it's like he said, like, people that live in the project, they could just choose to be a shooter, and somebody else may live in the project and they choose to get out there because they don't want that. It's all about you, what you want, you know?
True, but to the point that he was making was that a lot of the kids in our generation didn't have exposure, but I feel like Generation Z, especially Generation Alpha, they see way more because of the internet. So that makes me think,
right? No, I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
So that makes me wonder, what is your interpretation of the impoverished neighborhood that you're living in, especially since you can see what life outside of New York City can look like. Now, of course, it's not the same thing as actually being and living out there and talking with those people and having those experiences, but it is more than what we had because we wasn't using the internet for any of that stuff.
Right. So they have an advantage. You see, so these generations, I talk about this all the time. Like, fuck, a part of me wish I was born into these new generations because I probably would have been, I could do more. You know, my mind would be more open. But they have a huge advantage because they have access to the whole world. Like you said, they're not there firsthand, but we didn't have access to all that they have access to now. You know what I'm saying? We got all these young in their 20s. They're becoming millionaires off of TikTok. We don't have, we don't have. We weren't born into that. You know what I'm saying? So it's It's harder for us to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Like they were exposed to a whole different. Easier for them to adapt to the new technology and to succeed with it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a lot harder for, like, I always say, fuck, like, we're in between two. We're in between, like, morals and values and our, how we were brought up. And then now it's like there's no morals and values. And that's why a lot of things are okay now. That's why a lot of people are, like, through social media alone, a lot of people are making it,
Yeah, and I think that's also a gift and a curse.
It's been harder for us to tap into the TikTok and it's all about generations.
Yep.
Kind of going off topic.
He said, I'm from Bronx River, and I was there and in Thrall's Neck before the internet. I hate who I became when the internet came around for our generation because I used what I was, like MapQuest and stuff like that, and Google Maps to scope out the ops. So that's what he was using it for. What happened?
Him. Think it's your boy. Your man Kev smack right now. Wow.
But yeah, that's
that
what he
was
was
a fucking
saying.
amazing conversation.
He was using it for. So the internet definitely wasn't a positive experience for him.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't for a lot of people.
But I understand it though.
Yeah.
It's like, but for me, I feel Generation Z and Alpha are different because it's like when I was a kid, I went to Puerto Rico at a very young age, so I got to experience something different and like a different culture and stuff like that. But these kids, like if I didn't go to Puerto Rico, I would never know what Puerto Rico looks like. These kids could go on TikTok and see people vacationing on the beach while being in the projects. Like,
right.
How do you
us, it was just a thought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how do you internalize that? Like,
we had to see actual pictures, and
Yeah,
photographs,
yeah.
and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, of other people there
Of
or
other-
magazines and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder how these kids internalize that, or do they even give a fuck? They probably don't even care. This generation don't care about nothing.
Nah, they really don't. They don't care about shit.
They don't care about
Like
nothing.
they don't. There's no love. There's no respect. I remember growing up, we had to respect. This is going off topic, but into these generations, like they really don't care. Like there's no respect for older people. There's no respect for women. There's no respect for nothing. Like these kids don't give a shit.
And going back to that original question, do you blame the parents?
Yeah.
Now, I don't just blame the parents. I blame society, and they gave us access to these phones. They gave us access to social media. This is a distraction. This is a huge distraction, and they know that the poor are going to use it for. So you see how the new generation, they're using it to come up, and I feel like the hood, not everybody, but a lot of people in the hood, their mentalities are small. They think small. They're sitting there like on social media searching rappers and artists, and they're talking about people, talking about each other. So I felt like the government gave this so that we can be distracted, and the poor could stay poor and the rich could get rich. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh no, I was waiting for him to.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And he's just saying that.
I feel like.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. What he said?
No, I was going to say that he said that you're proving his point, and that's why he asked the manual about the questions when the manual was overseas.
clear for Emmanuel his question. So again, I came in during certain points that he said, but the parents now, I'm saying, I'm not talking about our parents.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our parents from our generation, they didn't play that shit. The parents now, though, they're so consumed with distracted. They're so distracted that they're just letting their kids do whatever. You know, like I see I work with kids. I see little girls doing the most in the 5th grade. I see like kids in the streets. And when I was young, I could be walking around up and down the block at 10, 11 years old with a mob. You know, like the parents they don't really care these days, but these aren't the same parents that raised me. You know, this is not the parents, my family and friends that I've known that I was raised with. It's nothing like that. Yeah. So I can't blame, again, my mom is in the project. I can't blame my mom for me not becoming anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then also
my mom is old school. Let me make this point. My mom is old school. She can barely use social media. You understand? These other parents from these generations, these kids, they're on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like social media has a huge impact in the way that children are being raised now. And what he said, his question, when I took it from myself as me and what my mom, you know how my mom is and how I grew up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't blame her. I'm not going to blame my mom for I wasn't to become anything in life.
Yeah, no.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, that is.
It just raises a whole bunch of other questions.
We could go like
yeah,
all
this
night
is
on
crazy
this one.
because we could keep going.
Yeah, this could
That's
be
why we
his
need you
own-
here. That's why we need you here.
This could be his own.
It's not my fault. Blame Justin. I'm for you, Justin.
We could make this a whole nother day. This is one time.
Let's do it.
We could pre-record that shit because that's gonna be a long one.
Yeah, we gotta get Detta. We gotta get Detta back. We gotta get y'all two back on
And I
an
would
episode together.
even bring my friend with me. My friend that I told you that her mom, you know, had alcohol abuse. I could bring her with me.
Oh,
you know,
that'd be a good one.
On her, you know, she was gonna come with me a few weeks ago, but she couldn't come. But she's willing to come, so maybe that's a topic we could talk about when she does come.
Yeah, let's set that up.
Absolutely.
Let's set that up. But it is 11:43. You gotta work tomorrow. I gotta take the kids to school. You gotta.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
You gotta do military shit over there.
He gotta do military shit.
Gotta train.
Yeah,
gotta
just
train.
Get up. The niggas get up at 5 and just do push-ups till the sun hits its peak.
Thank you for calling in. Detta, thank you for calling in too. I know you're still here. We appreciate both of y'all.
Absolutely.
What's his name?
Detta.
Detta.
Got a good thinking. I don't disagree with everything you're saying. I just, I came in and I just took it for myself, and that's all. I'm not saying you're wrong, Getta, and I'm not saying I'm right. I hope to see you. I hope when you come to New York, you could be on the podcast. We can make it happen.
Yeah,
hey,
word.
There it is.
All right, well, guys, it was nice chatting. I'll see you next Thursday. It's
I
appreciate you.
I got you.
All right, good night.
All right, good night.
That was a good one. We had a good one today.
Yeah, absolutely.
We thought we was gonna be here for an hour.
That's how it goes sometimes, and I'll suffer for it in the morning, but it's cool.
Yeah, nigga went in depth with those questions. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, nah, that is one of the smartest people I know.
He put me in a hot seat.
Yeah. He's definitely somebody who I learned a lot from. That's why when he goes on those like 3 to 4 month hiatuses, I'll just be like, damn.
He learning.
Yeah. It's like he's just downloading a bunch of information. Because when he pops back up, it's going to be always thorough, excellent conversation. 2020, those conversations was real.
Those was crazy. Those
conversations, like I'm talking about, we up 4, 5 o'clock, like going in, talking a bunch of shit. Speaking of him.
Call from
Data.
To accept, press 1.
Yo.
Yo, right before y'all sign off. No. Right before y'all sign off. I'm hoping. What was her name?
Raquel.
Yo, Raquel. Yo, I respect everything you said, bro. I respect everything you said. I hope wholeheartedly you didn't take anything offensive. I hope anybody that's gonna watch the pod takes anything I said, anything offensive. I just happen to know JT. Like I knew JT since what? Like sixth grade.
Sixth grade. 6
Yeah.
to 1.
So that's why I was able to speak, confidently when I. That's why like any hypothetical questions that I mentioned, and I directed it towards JT. Is because I knew him, and I know a lot of people from Throsnick Projects. I know she took certain things offensive, and she said herself she didn't like. She was trying to get in contact with you guys, so it was like, going in and out with the phone call, that she couldn't hear the pod and hear everything else I was saying. I do respect everything she said. I wasn't trying to attack parents that, are trying to make it. Bro, my mom was trying to make it. She worked construction. She worked for local 731. The union 731, the construction union. And I have family that work for local 731 construction. No, bro. My aunts. I'm raised by aunts. So they all work local. They all work construction. I'm just trying to put this out there. Like I'm not trying to downplay nobody's game or nothing. Like one of my aunts, she was able to buy a fucking 4-story building in Pelham Bay Park because she, after 9/11, she was the cleanup crew. And 9/11, and she made bread there. Feel me? So I hope Raquel doesn't think I'm trying to play people from the projects. Like that's one thing, bro. Like JT, I was always in Throsnick.
Yeah, we know that wasn't the message, and she knows that too.
And all right, yeah, I was always in Throsnick. Bro, I was always in Forest. It's wild how many projects I was cool with, but Throsnick was one of my homes because of Uncle Raj, Trayvon's dad. Like, if I didn't have my dad, regardless, that's the second man I looked up to, was Trayvon's dad, because like that's my brother, and Trayvon's dad always took us out to eat, always, everything I was just saying right now is what Trayvon's dad spoke to me about, like spoke to me and spoke to Trayvon, like, yo, you gotta know your laws, you gotta know this, you gotta know that, you gotta know, like, hold yourself as a fucking man, or hold yourself as a person. But he that showed me like yo, like you gotta know your laws. You gotta know, like, if you're gonna carry a pistol, have a fucking license for it. If you want to do this, if you want to do that, have your license. And if you don't know how to get that, here is XYZ. Yo, whenever you had Trayvon, bro, why you think Trayvon was like so conservative? Because his fucking father is so smart, bro. His father is so smart, and he's so protective of the people that. Damn, why the fuck you put that?
Because that was a good point.
Yo,
Shit
nah,
scared him.
yo, yo, I used to show up, and he would like. I remember showing up like late at night when I was like fucking 14, 15 or whatever, and Trayvon's dad would be in front of fucking Sampson and shit. He would see me and he was like, "Yo, what you doing here?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm just here to chill." He's like, "No, no, no." He'll call a cab, pay a cab, and send me the fuck on. He was like, I like you and I like you hanging out with my son, but I don't want you here at this time. Like, bro, like that. Those are parents that like. I don't know what he wanted me out of his son, but he protected me so much.
That's deep.
And it's yo, it's wild, bro. Yo, it's wild. Like I remember I used to show up there, and he would kick me out, and he'll buy me a new taxi cab. Like Uncle Raj is wild, bro. And like, so no, but that's besides the point. Like I just hope Raquel didn't think like I was attacking all parents. I wasn't doing that. Like the conversation I was trying to have was people that are able, to make it out and, give a chance to their kids and shit like that. Maybe a little bit more struggle would be a hassle. But you gotta remember, like, your kids are gonna remember you. Like they're like you guys have like 5 minutes?
Not really.
Damn. All right. Now I was gonna explain some shit about. All right. Nah, that's fine then.
I mean,
No. There's a Asian group that got kicked out of China years ago. They called Hmong people.
Mm-mm.
They're
Never
in
heard of them.
Laos and shit like that. So the way they work is like their family work and shit like that, right? They're not Chinese and they have no nationality. They're just Hmong people. They pretty much like Native Americans. And their kids, they work and shit like that. But the parents work so hard because they don't know how to speak any native tongue except for Hmong. Maybe a little bit English, or maybe if they go to Laos or like parts of Vietnam and shit like that, because they escaped China because China was trying to kill them and shit like that. But their kids fucking they work so hard so that they could maintain their parents and shit like that. And it's crazy how we can't adapt to that unless we become like, fucking famous or whatever the case may be. Like I don't know, like the whole project shit is fucked up, bro. Like we say we want to make it out for our families, but we don't ever do that. Maybe we need to be more disciplined on our work ethic to get people out, but same thing with the parents that are able to do it, and that's my whole argument. That's all I wanted to say.
Appreciate you for sharing that, man. And like I said before, like anytime you down to come on here and talk your talk, This is what we're here for. We love having these conversations. We love giving people the platform to speak their piece, to be heard, to give a different opinion. And yeah, appreciate you rocking with us. We hope that this ain't the last time in the next. We hope this ain't the last time of the year. So we got a few months left. We hope to hear from you soon. Mm-hmm. And we definitely want to set up that conversation with you and Raquel, because I think that needs to be finished, and I think y'all deserve that conversation.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, yo. Shout out to Emmanuel though. Like Emmanuel was a real one.
Good looks, bro.
Like
I appreciate it.
I have to hear the rest of the podcast, but that last few hours that I tuned in, I was just there like, yo, I gotta talk. Like this guy he's different. He's different. Like I wish Kev was there. Type shit.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, but yo, shout out to you, man. Thank you for your service, and take care.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Later.
Or you guys too, man.
All right.
One.
All right, we are out of here. Anything you want to say?
Nah, y'all know me. I'm Gucci.
Good.
Yeah. This weekend's contest is gonna be up on Patreon. That's all y'all need to know.
Yeah.
So subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, do it. If you're not,
do it.
Be a real fan. Support.
Yep. Yeah. It's all right. Who we going out with? Like, oh, okay.
We're going with Sadiq. I've been rocking with Sadiq.
Put the other one on.
Say what?
Put the other one on.
Oh, no titles?
Yeah.
Oh, this the Hollister joint?
Yeah.
This is No Titles by Sadiq. S-A-A-D-I-Q. S-A-A-D-I-Q. The song is No Titles.
Shit, nigga, I seen a few niggas. Shit.
Let's sing together. Let's go. Let's go.
That makes sense?
Nigga, no.
It's almost Friday.
It's 3 more minutes.
It's almost Friday. Good time.
I need a live version of this with the guitar.
Can't get you out my mind.
Speaking of guitar, what's up with that?
Anybody can do the genuine?
Hey, bro.
Nigga, anybody can do this.
Oh, you talking about that?
Nigga, anybody, even nigga went like this, like that was a fucking.
Nigga say, hey, man, look what I can do. I can lift it so from the stage.
I want it. Came through still like I know that you want it. You said that I'm silly, now girl, I'm retarded. Gassing me up, I'm enjoying the view. You made me better, I'm fucking with you. Leave it to me, I know what to do. Tag me and baby, I'll get us both through. Tag me and baby, I'll get us both. Me and you in it, we just like the movies.
Shout out to Dennis, shout out to Raquel for calling in.
Only one who was there in the deep end. Cause one couldn't float, I was sinking. Hand down, even when I wasn't reaching. Go down and you broke down my
Shawty,
defense.
when you ain't here, I just really can't take it. Boo's out here and they really hate waiting. None of my bitches is patient. Slump from the dick, had to wake him up. Liquor in the cup. Alcoholic shawty be the bitches that I love. 6:43 in the morning, get him drunk, nigga. We don't give a fuck about shit, so I fuck with my bitch.
I got choices, but that bitch don't capture the flow. That bitch don't match with the soul. Ain't no way in your absence I'm whole. Goddamn, I love your lips, girl. Need to get with this girl. You the one I wish, girl.
And I can't fall in love, but this bitch is a drug, and I think she the one like.
Hold on. Nigga, who you like? Okay, now.
All the time. I can't get you out my mind. All the time. I can't get you out my mind. All the time. the time.
All the time.
I can't get you out my mind. I need this for karaoke.
Hey, what happened to the
karaoke
beat?
now. Millions now.
Nah, that shit was fun. I ain't gonna lie.
And you don't.
All right, it was real. Y'all appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. This is episode 157. Let's break out 40 Central Podcast. You got me, JT, you got the manual, and you got Justin here to give you the best content in New York City.
Yes, sir.
Until next week, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Peace. All the time.